the spirit deep in the flame. Curse of the wicked creeps into my frame. And the low is a guide, time is cold for Lord. And the rage smothers all in a molten scorn. Broken blade, revenge is calling, savage shame in the dark and death. Broken blade, like the falling shadow of the ash. Through rubber, rock and stone, the ashes of my home. The silver sting of hatred, it creeps into my bones.
Alright, hello everyone, and welcome. Are you ready for Duviri delays? Here, they're starting up. I had to grab water right at the end there. Also, apparently, Reb is Robotomoto. Chat as usual, let me know how volume is. Oh, there you go. Sorry. Dev audio now.
Stream back.
Had it muted two ways. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're just saying welcome.
Yeah, it's
Didn't say anything.
I'm sweating already. That's why I couldn't come in. You know,
I mean,
too
it's
much
you don't
sweat.
have windows in that box, do you?
Her being
do
a
actually.
Yutiko is fun.
Oh, very
I
good.
do. Oh
It's
yeah.
got windows. All right, let's get into a bit of housekeeping and, of course, introduce who is on this couch. We're going to start down there with introduce yourself.
I'm Greg. I'm the lead character artist.
So, here's
Feels
the
good to be
optimism,
called,
chat. The
up to
optimism
minor leagues again.
is
Oh,
that the
stop.
next
So,
little
yeah.
update is out at the very beginning of February,
Eric.
and they're planning Duviri
Also
for
connected.
late March.
Wow.
That's the optimism.
Oh.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be
Oh,
here.
the
Also,
stat site is
the
up,
new
baby.
Lunar Year
Oh,
closes
You're
the
the
first,
rabbit.
the first death stream of the new Lunar Years.
Yep, you're the rabbit. We have in-game stuff for that.
Spoiler alert.
No, it's out. My
Hey,
name
Wukong
is
down a
Megan,
whole
and
percent.
I'm the community
That's pretty big.
director at Digital.
considering that those nerfs
And
were not
Apollo,
like
the lead designer.
the like, you know,
God, Lord,
the
I'm
speediest
just
or like the most
here
crippling.
to creatively direct some things. You know, it's almost been a year since that happened. Pablo, February 1st. The
It's
changes.
been a while, yeah. 1 year.
Yeah.
And you guys can't see it, but on the other screen, there's a screenshot of my failures right there. that
No,
says,
no. We'll get to that. No. Before we jump into everything we're going to
His
show,
failures.
obviously tonight
Is it gonna
we
be
do have
the
Twitch
you
drops
didn't nerf
happening right now.
Wukong
We
enough?
have a Riven grab bag. If you're all linked up, watch for 30 minutes to get yourself either a rifle ribbon,
Oh
a
yeah, the
shotgun
Latum is
ribbon,
way up
a
there,
pistol ribbon, a melee ribbon, or
as it should be.
a Riven
Looking
cipher.
at primaries right now.
Ain't that it?
Adaruk, right where I expected it to be.
Thank
A
you,
lot of
Eric.
ribbons.
Wow, what a contribution. 30 minutes, make sure you're linked, warframe.com/Twitch if you're
The
not.
Fenmore
check yourself
way
out.
lower
And then we
than
do
I thought
have
it would
Gift
be.
of the Lotus alerts happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Time when this stream will conclude, of a Orokin reactor blueprint and a Orokin catalyst blueprint up for 24 hours. Don't miss it if you need some potatoes in
Oh,
your
fuck.
life.
Oh fuck.
All right.
Everyone listen to me about the
Obviously,
Zorus and the
maybe
glaive.
not
God
obviously,
damn it.
But I'm sure there are some people.
God damn
who
it,
have
everybody.
seen
You're not
as they
all
were
supposed to listen to me
waiting
about how
for
good the
this
Zorus
stream,
and the glaive are.
The announcement image, and also maybe even the description of Citrine's last wish. What does that even mean? Tough to say.
is that?
What is that? You've never heard that in your life. We're going to tell you, but we wanted to start the stream off with a bit of a update on the development of Duviri.
Here we go.
Over to you, Yutiko.
Indeed. Before I say important things, I'm going to say not important things because apparently I have some reverb issues. So I'm going to talk until chat either tells Dean that we're good to go or whatnot because I think there are some audio
This is fair.
issues.
This is valid.
He's fixing
Yeah,
it
so-
now.
So I'm going to say not important things in the meantime, which is that
Valid.
within every game community, you'll find passionate people that are really good at. Oh?
Now we can hear the echo too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Now it's
wow,
an
okay.
echo of an
The
echo.
dean says, "What the fuck is that?"
I just want to talk about how grateful I am for the codpiece detectives in the community that were able to discern from an image what they were looking at. You have, you have forensic cyber experts that were really able to focus in and do COD piece comparisons.
I'm
And I
kinda
think
glad it's not a
Warframe's
new
unique
frame.
in the
I was
COD
pretty
piece
sure it was a
unique
Rhino skin.
market that we're able to set ourselves apart in the gaming industry, games of service, synergy space with our pronounced COD pieces. And
Yes.
for
Artists,
me,
congrats.
I'm really glad that we are in such a unique position. So, our market position is COD piece adjacent, and I'm just really excited about.
Yep,
Oh,
there
now
is.
we
Dean
lost her.
desperately trying to find
She gone.
the audio
Dean's
property.
fiddling around over there. He's figuring it out. Sorry, Reb, we can't hear you anymore.
Echo.
Oh no!
He's pantomiming it.
It's pantomiming.
Okay,
Zorus,
she's like,
your
no,
map
the
is
cost
interesting.
piece, I can
Cod
see
piece.
this.
Reb,
Oh yeah,
blink if
everyone
you're
gets the heat
safe.
map. This should be actually really cool.
Very good. Okay, she's in a safe place. Don't worry about her.
Do a giveaway!
Oh, we got her.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
Dean's,
Zorus
Dean's
heat
a
map
little
makes
busy,
so much
so
sense.
Okay.
We're
Because you
gonna,
get there,
we're
and then
just
you get
gonna
the
let her
fucking
go. We're gonna look at
glaive,
chat.
baby.
Chat.
Yeah,
How are
one
you?
sec. Let
How
me
was
look at. I
your
want to look
new
at this
year?
exactly alongside the
Tell
glaive.
us how your January has started. How was your January's?
Great.
Bruh,
Great.
the Zorus chart is
Oh, yeah,
directly
little
opposite the glaive prime chart.
We went out west.
It is literally inverted.
Let's stick to that point. Vacations, January. That might be related to why this isn't the Duviri dev stream, but we needed Eric here all of January.
We're concept. We were way
That's not
ahead of it,
fair.
so it's not our fault. We were done 2
That
years
is
ago,
super
so-
high end.
Okay. No, but until the reverb's fixed, I don't want to say anything.
It's almost
important,
like a
so you
direct
guys can
handoff,
just
yeah.
talk. I don't know. I assume
Okay,
I'm
we
still
can.
a mess.
How was you in
Yeah,
January,
let's,
Megan?
yeah, how about you guys? How was yours?
How
The
was your
Zorus to
January?
glaive prime
My
pipeline.
January is great.
Apparently it's fixed according to chat, so I don't
We're
know.
good?
Yeah, this sounds
Is it
good.
good?
Yeah.
I'm looking at
Good
Dino.
job, Dean.
Is
Dean
it
can
fixed?
tell me.
Because I can't tell when you're not talking.
Okay,
let's let
reverb
Reb
is
talk.
fixed. Yeah, hey everyone.
This
So
is good,
anyway,
though.
about Duviri, we did say at the, we did I guess we didn't do a December dev stream last
Glaivification.
year. We did a November one, right? And we
Hey,
said,
chat.
see y'all on
Have
the
you
side.
heard about
So we
Twitch
wanted to
Prime?
do a Duviri
Did
dev
you
stream
know you
rate
can
in
link your
January,
Amazon
and
Prime to
honestly,
your Twitch and
we just
subscribe
didn't want to
your
do it
fave
because we wanted
streamer
more
for
time
30
to give you a
days for free.
presentation since
That's why I'm muting
TennoCon that
this.
puts into context our next open world. And I certainly owe everyone an apology that was looking forward to the Duviri dev stream to start their year off, but it will be worth the wait. It will be in February. And Duviri
Okay.
is just a very beautifully wild.
Oh, question mark. Who?
Question
She's a
mark.
question
Who
mark.
Utico?
Question mark, yeah.
Oh!
Everything you can.
And she's back.
Oh, is she
Oh,
back?
she's back.
Oh,
Okay.
she's back.
She's back.
Reb just like, why?
Sorry, we lost you, Reb. Continue.
But I did bring some
It's about as
screenshots.
good as it's gonna get. Sorry to interrupt. It's because you guys have speakers in the room hearing her. That's where the low echo's coming from. So
Oh,
that's
that makes
probably as
sense.
good
So Dean's fault.
So
as- Eric's muted for the rest of this.
Oh, all
Anyway,
right, Reb.
that's-
Continue.
I think this is as good as it's gonna
Yeah,
get.
that's okay.
Unfortunately.
Go on,
All
Reb.
right. Did people hear me? I don't know. But anyway, the point is there will be the February deep dive Duviri dev streamer where we'll walk you through everything. But I did bring some screenshots I just wanted to talk to everyone a little bit about. So the first one, whatever one you want to pull up, I'll do a little look at the open world. I don't know if it's going to... Okay.
Oh, cool.
So maybe a keen-eyed player will... But this is underneath Duviri. There will be some beautiful and
All right.
quite peculiar caves for you to explore, and there will be some information about perhaps the truth of Duviri. And yeah, so you can see me on my cave there in the cave under Duviri. You can take a look. This is I took this moments ago just before the stream, so this was I was running around Duviri today. And you'll get a closer look at this in February. And then another one I have is just a little bit more of a look of the landscape itself. Duviri is unlike any other open world we've done. It's going to be very strange, very beautiful. The team is putting together some incredible ways for you to explore and play, and you will get a full gameplay breakdown in our next dev stream. But it's coming along wonderfully. We're very excited about Duviri. It's our priority for the start of the year. But with all that said, it is something that we are not ready to show today because we have something else to show, which is Citrine's Last Wish. So again, apologize for people that wanted to see Duviri gameplay today. It will be our February dev stream dedicated to putting everything you just saw into context because it's truly one of a kind Warframe update. So thanks for your patience, and yeah, hope you're excited because I sure as hell am.
And those were some ultra-wide pictures, might I add, Rebecca Ford.
They were
Someone might be bragging about her new monitor.
I don't know.
Someone. I'm not sure who.
Basically, this will show skins. Oh, please don't let it just be a bunch of skins.
Yeah, I
Thank
think in general, like, I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but I think this is by quite a length our most ambitious update ever. It's very, very ambitious. It's coming along really good, and it has a lot of really cool stuff.
Being all gray just doesn't
but,
appeal to me. It won't be all gray.
You know, I think
Mechanically,
like
it will
our first
change.
tease for Duviri was so long ago that we rather wait a little bit more and get it right than rush it and have
Fair.
issues, you know? So that's basically where.
We're going to get Duviri 1.5 instead of Duviri
But
1.0,
in
not
the
fun.
meantime, we got a surprise.
We do. We have an update you've literally never heard of, which we're going to get into very shortly. First, let's do a platinum prize. Dean, appreciate. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. No, I appreciate you trying to figure that out, but
We're getting Arcanes and
we
Augments
shall
and a bunch of
prevail.
other shit with this
I'm
update
quiet.
too. Okay, all right.
sorry, Dean.
Oh,
Arcane's and Augments
Stanley
potentially
_
interesting.
Ors has won 1,000 plat. I can read it perfectly because I'm a.
Wow.
Why do you need me for that?
Widescreen, wide eyes.
Okay. Yeah. Stanley _ Ors, you won 1,000
Love
platinum.
moments.
Yeah,
we the clown on
congrats.
the show.
Congrats. Please whisper. Thank you. All right.
PC saves from the
Before
Switch,
we
yeah.
talk about Citrine's
If
update
this is
and
the
what's
cross-save
coming
update,
in
that will
the
be
near
Pog.
future, we're going to take one step backwards, back to 2022, and over the past couple years, I want to say 2020 and 2021, we have released a year in review stats webpage where you can take a look at usage stats for Warframes, for weapons, per platform. And we have done that again this year. For anyone who is interested in that and wants to peruse, you can do ! Stats.
We do
in
love
the
stats.
Twitch chat, or you can go to warframe.com.
I luckily already have this page loaded
2022
up.
stats. Dean, if you can go to my gameplay, which is not gameplay. Pablo, what's this?
That is. Remember that time I tried to make Wukong a little less used? Remember how well that went?
I mean,
Hey,
this is maybe
okay,
a smaller
so
number than what it
there-
used to be. I
okay,
don't know.
here's the
Look at
thing.
the lisp up there.
This is the thing that, like,
It's, I mean,
you can't
Jesus,
just
sorry,
go in
we all
and
know
nerf
we'd be up there,
Wukong
but,
again.
Anyway, these
And-
are,
and the
like
reason
I
I
said,
say
stats
that
for the weapons, Warframes
is because
themselves.
it's going to take
You can see a
time
little
for
heat
people
map
to
if you're a
slowly
visual
use
individual
Wukong
like
less.
myself. Wowie. Wow. Red, am I right? You can go through it. What do you think the primary weapon? We tried to guess earlier. What do you think?
Yeah, my guess. I mean, some Kuba, but probably the Brahma.
Kuvazar is still up there. Yes.
This is all
Brahma's third.
2022.
That wasn't that far.
Yeah, so something to consider about this is obviously when stuff happened in 2022. When we had
Yeah.
updates, when we had reworks, obviously Varuna isn't going to be the highest one here because she came out in December. Like, you got to take all that stuff into consideration.
Yep.
But there are some fun stats
Yeah,
here.
all
for
of the
entire
explosive
year
weapons
of
got nerfed halfway
2022. So
through the
obviously,
year.
these stuff at the top, as we know about Wukong Prime especially,
Everybody
those
use
were
if
things
you could
that
all
we
use the
saw at
Spore
the
Laser
top
just a
near the
little
beginning,
less, I'd
Q1,
really
Q2 of the
appreciate you.
year, and did some changes and some rework, so they're still reflected here in the top because we did those later on.
Hard to
in
see
the
the
year,
Exceltra still so high though.
Take
Yeah,
that in.
Items
I mean, there's a
didn't
bunch of
come out
YouTubers
till
that
the
love
end
the
of April,
Exceltra.
So it's yeah, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can check that out, warframe.com/2022 stats. Oh, the Zorus coming in hot. Ooh.
Almost like combo is good.
Not
like
what
you
that
want to keep your
means.
combo.
Who would have thought? Infinite combo. All right, Dean, you can go away from my
Not what that
gameplay if
means,
you would like.
actually.
Thanks, Dean.
Not at all
right,
how
now
that weapon is
speaking of-
used, but here we are.
This year, obviously we have what we're going to talk about soon. Citrine's Last Wish. We'll get there very soon. Duviri, obviously on deck, but also one big anniversary of 2023 is our 10-year anniversary. Guys are turning 10.
Nice.
Double digits. Wow. If you don't know, or if
Just
you're
let
new
them
here, just
believe.
unfamiliar, March 25th is our 10-year anniversary of Warframe being birthed, if you will, through the mind of Steven Sinclair and many others. And we're going to be celebrating our 10-year anniversary. It's a big milestone.
Warframe
So
in
we will have
FF14
more
same year.
information
Was it?
about
Huh.
what you can expect for the year of 10 year leading up to that. I don't have anything right now other than just stay tuned for more information.
Now, the
about
source
what
isn't any
could
different than any other
possibly
controller
happen.
console,
I don't know.
Destiny.
Cool
Just
stuff
some
coming.
fun stuff. Who knows?
That's insane, a decade.
I know.
Decade.
Yeah.
It's my 10-year anniversary in August.
We were just talking about that.
I know, and you guys were bragging about your
Wow,
over 10
13
years.
I
for
was not
me.
But Eric wanted to one up.
Well, we were talking about anniversaries. I was going 13.
13 years.
13 years.
You were here for the inception of Warframe.
Yeah.
And a little bit before as well.
The first concepts were.
Get the Exceltra and all content. I don't think the Exceltra is particularly great, but it's all right.
So.
And you were there.
Versus
Yeah.
now, great. Oh my bad. One sec. I'll go down. I'll go down again now.
Made the game.
Okay.
Oh,
Fire Lonesome.
That's
all by yourself?
a lot.
Wow.
Irigo might
Yeah.
contest that.
Yeah, there's lots planned for the 10-year anniversary this year. So very, very exciting to be, kicking things off and
Yeah,
knowing
so-
that we have lots.
Before
Yeah,
Switch,
so
the
just
rest
stay
users only
tuned for more
melee and don't know how to
information on
throw.
that, but please rest assured that we are going to
just been
be
told it's good.
celebrating 10 years. 'Cause it's a huge milestone for DE, for the
Absolutely.
players. There are players here who have literally stuck around since day one, which is insane. So shout out to you, and also if you're new or, a year old, 2-year-old, thank you for being, I mean, you're not 2 years old, but
Hopefully not.
Are you a
Your
baby
game
watching
account.
the stream?
your diapers.
Are there
No, I'm just kidding.
babies watching?
Yeah, can we get the diaper in,
Whenever
chat?
I'm playing, I see someone with like the profile of Excalibur Prime or something. I'm like, wow,
You're like, eh.
that's a homie right
Yeah.
there.
Like, can I get a handshake?
10 years is a nice, big date where for a lot of people it's like a coming of age sort of thing.
Who's
right?
gonna
It's
make
like
the
you wanna try
Destiny
when they were a
joke?
Kid, and then
Which
they
which
become
person on this
adult.
couch is going to
Kinda
say
keeps
some
like
shit
that,
about
right?
It's
Destiny?
actually really true.
Like if you were a teenager, you're basically in your 20s now, and if you stuck with it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy to think about that it's been that long.
Like, I got glasses when I was 10 years old. Now look at
Oh
me.
my god. You worked at these since you were 10, and now you're 20.
That's how it is. I'm well over 20. Anyways, we're going to move on to not Citrine's Last Wish just yet. Something that's coming before Citrine's Last Wish. and
Whoa,
that
I
is
hate that.
Star Days. Star Days is coming back.
Oh, that's not
Ticker!
good, everyone.
Ticker's going to be back in Fortuna starting February
Oh, please don't be
1st.
much before.
And she's going to bring some new glyphs and a new emote, which, Dean, if you'd like to go to my screen and my gameplay. So I'm here visiting Ticker. This is the test build, so obviously. And there's a Miss Rebecca Ford. Before you do it, Reb, I'm just going to show Ticker's manifest here. So Star Days
Why is it bad? Because it means that Citrine's last. Well, the later Citrine's
and
last
Ticker will
wishes,
have
the later
everything,
Duviri is.
from previous Star Days and some newer stuff like the glyphs. This one being the most K-pop thing I think I've ever seen in Warframe
Yeah,
thus
that's true.
far.
That's accurate.
Love it.
Accurate statement.
And then one newer addition is an emote, and it comes in two parts, left hand and the right hand, and if you can coordinate it with a bestie or a new friend,
All right.
you can come together and make yourself a heart, and
That's
because
fun.
Reb and I are besties for life, we're going to show it off here. So I'm going to be left.
Yeah, wings are
Right,
going to
I'll
be
be
back, which is
right.
what most people are going to want that don't have that.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
Nice.
look at that.
Okay.
Here, let's try.
All right. This is a thing the community does want.
Wow.
It does work.
It does work. Real life and in game. Isn't that fun? So yeah, Star Days is really just a celebration of love. I just love when
They have not shown
Ticker,
new frame.
really gasses me up, gives me affirmation. So I love hanging out with Ticker during
That's
this
valid,
time.
Jess. I could do
And it's
that.
just a fun way to get some nice little festive themed items from previous
Well,
years.
Frame,
and also
apparently we're
cool
gonna see
new
a new frame
things. So
today.
if that's up your alley, get yourself some debt bonds, and Ticker will give
Also,
you some
Pablo
really cute
rocking
stuff.
one
And
of the
then
best
February
hoodies of all
1st is
time.
when Star Days will start. Yay!
Boy, yo.
I'm so
Thanks,
excited.
Reb.
You actually left me hanging. I'm standing there with
I'm
my
so
hand out
sorry.
like this, and there's nothing happening. Thank you.
There you
I've
go.
almost
Sorry.
bought
You were
that
just grabbing
exact
my
hoodie
shoulder.
like multiple times,
Appreciate you.
Oh,
and I
Oh, you
might
can
do
get
it
right in
again.
there. I tried.
Okay.
All right, you can move away from my gameplay now, Dina. Appreciate you. All right. Shall we finally talk about Citrine's Last Wish?
Let's just
I
do
feel
it.
like we're at your,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
at your
yo.
mercy here, Megan. This is we're your hostages.
This is my show. If only Dean. No, I'm
Yeah,
just
Rebecca
kidding. I
can't
was
stop
gonna
you,
say
at
if
least
Dean
not fast
implemented
enough.
I put the shutter down on Reb.
So before the hoodie, I think
I'm
it's an
kidding,
official
I would never.
Nintendo hoodie.
Amazing.
I would never. I love you.
Oh,
I love you. I love
that'd be
you.
really dope.
I love you. All right, we're going to talk about Citrine's Last Wish. Reb, what's the scoop?
Yeah, so as we are looking at, even as recently as Lewis Prey, which we released in December, it felt really good to do a very traditional Warframe update where you do a game mode or adjacent game mode, a frame, and a whole bunch of cool shit. So we were like, let's start the year off with that, because we want to, give ourselves some more time with Duviri. So we came up with Citrine's Last Wish, which is an update that is very classic Warframe, and importantly to me, it brings a very beautiful theme and also some characters that I love and I'm sure the community loves as well. So what we are doing with Citrine's Last Wish is we're bringing a Warframe, we're bringing a variant game mode, and we're bringing some characters into the spotlight that A, might love minerals, and B, might be looking for ways to improve the tube men. And for that reason, this update as a package is going to have some themes of love, some themes of loss within a story that you'll play in this variant game mode. Now, Citrine is a Warframe that Pablo and the art team have been putting together, and I don't know if we want to start with Citrine, maybe start with some characters. I'm not sure how you want to go from there, but generally speaking, it's an update that we are going to get out in February on all platforms, and it's going to have a brand new Warframe for everyone to play, a mirror defense game mode, and because it's our 10-year anniversary, it's going to be bringing back something with a twist that is very near and dear to my heart. I actually brought a screenshot, and we'll see how much nostalgia there is for this.
Let's see if they can guess. Dean, it's titled.
But I don't like defense. I don't like it.
That's what this is.
It's Viver. It's Viver.
No, it's not. It's not Rain.
Here we go.
Yeah, Zinni.
Could you possibly guess?
I'm so stupid. Okay, sorry.
Back to the lab again.
Sorry. Yeah.
I want to be very clear. There is much more to the game mode than just this map. This is only 1/3 of everything you're going to see with Citrine's Last Wish. And we're doing something we've never done before with the game mode. And this is just a small, 10-year anniversary detail. But this is not the only thing that you'll see with this game mode, but it is coming back for it. So I'm very excited.
Speaking of not the only thing, but also in
Dude, we could replace every single Corpus defense with this map, please, for the love of fucking God. All the current Corpus defenses are dog shit.
The crystals. So, like Reb said, this is sorry, good catch. Those are some good reflexes. Part of this new, part of the update, and these are.
Don't worry, they said they tripled the size of the map, so it'll be miserable.
Yeah, so Megan has this art this is us, one of our environment artists has put something together for Citrine's Last Wish, and it's going to be a mirror defense. And like I said, that tile you saw, the throwback, is only going to be one part of the mission. And these characters that are perhaps encased in minerals are critical to the story of Citrine's Last Wish. So these will be very important for you and your objectives in the mission. You may see something a little tragic and heartbreaking happening, but you'll have to wait and see. Maybe a certain mineral-loving character will tell you a little bit more about what's going on here.
Well, I'm going to spoil what that mineral-loving character is currently. Dina, can you go to my gameplay? Thank you. So like Rob said,
we love OTAC.
A new mission, and it's going to be on Mars.
You're a good miner,
defense,
Chip.
as you can see. This will be locked if you haven't done Heart of Deimos, so that will be the prerequisite
Tiana
to
pass.
access this node. Once you have, OTAC is going to want to chat with you a little bit. We're going to go see him just really quickly. And one of the things
Jesus Christ,
Gamitru,
they're minerals.
Update and this kind of story are going to bring, very similar to Lewis Prey, where,
is it on Mars? It's
really
near Deimos.
Mission acquisition of getting the Warframe, the weapons, which we're going to talk about, but as well we are doing a vendor-style acquisition as well.
Okay, vendor acquisition.
Only can you get the Citrine parts in this new mission and the weapons, but also OTAC is going to play a part here in being the vendor, and he will also have all the goodies for a currency that you can acquire in game as well, similar to the Lewis Thrax Plasm. I won't go too far.
Is it going to have a thing that we can get long term? Or is it going to be a thing we'll farm once and then never again?
Part, and he'll greet you with a lovely inbox if you've already played the Heart of Deimos when you log into the game, and you can check that out. And yeah, is there anything else, Reb, on that?
Yeah, I think just generally speaking, the update is going to give you that new game mode, that is that mirror defense. You'll be able to play it and earn everything that the update's bringing, which I hope that you are going to be showing some of the weapons coming. and of course the frame. And yeah, if it were called, I guess the community has kind of latched on to the idea of a pity system with some of our new frame and updates, and that's
good.
exactly it. If you don't get lucky in the game mode, you can go to OTOC, go to Citrine, and you can use the currency to sort of guarantee that you're going to get the content that we're releasing, which will be a new frame and 2 signature weapons, which we can probably talk about right now.
We could, or we could talk about Citrine.
Yeah, new frame.
Do that.
Citrine,
Do
let's
that
go.
instead.
Let's talk
I'm
about
ready.
Citrine. Let's do it. We're gonna go from a
Please be cool.
art perspective first.
Please be
and
cool
we'll
and then
go
don't
into
release
a
like Varuna.
design perspective of what Citrine is. But we have a whole bunch of concepts to show you from the inception with the ever wonderful Keith Thompson, and then going into our high poly versions, our thoughts on what the color scheme is going to be. So we'll jump into the first one. Dean has it armed and ready to go. So this is the iconic Keith Thompson
Why she got
style
jowls like that?
Warframe. And this was where Citrine was concepted. I want to say it was
She's got that.
I think so. I think
Stalactites.
that's what it is.
Stalactus. So we've taken this, and she will be the star of the show for Citrine's Last Wish, obviously. So we obviously took this concept, and what did we do with it? What'd you do with it, Greg?
What do we do with it?
She said wrong.
Nothing.
Are we doing
Nothing.
the concept first, or we doing, yeah, so I think this is,
Yeah, I think that's a bit of you guys and Marco just kind of going back and forth.
Did she get
Yeah,
the
I think we,
magnables?
center it. I think we roughed in the.
So we made this, and then we gave her an alternate
mesh
helmet
a
that
little
makes
bit,
you
and
not
then
have
we
the
had
jowls, and we called it a day, and it was a good design.
A little bit.
I like
Dean?
everything here except for the weird head.
We can go to the next one.
So
And then we
you
have-
knew the theme off the gate, right? Pablo, you wanted geode, crystals, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, I think pretty early on when generally how we do is we look at a lot of, Keith Thompson has like a bunch of concepts for us, and really we have like 20 plus there. And I was looking through them, and I was looking at this one, and I always liked this design. I think he did it several years ago.
2019.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
it a long time ago. And
She
every now and
ain't
then I would
lying.
look at it and I'd be like, what could that one be?
Surgery
And I've been wanting
patients.
to do a support frame for a while. It's something that obviously we have a few, but it's generally we tend to do more like all-rounders nowadays. So I want to do a support one, and at the moment it's actually more all-rounder than support. if
That's
I'm being
okay.
honest.
That's Wisp.
But,
That's what we
it's coming
want.
along really well. We're,
Or all-rounder than a
Testing at the
support.
moment.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
So from art perspective, and now
We want
have
a
kind of
support
the
that also
imagination
can
of what
play the
colors mean.
game.
And I had no part in this, okay? These colors were not.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just going to
think-
say I think people are inspired by me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so I think these are some work in progress. What's actually interesting, in particular with this one, is this is a kind of a combination of multiple team members working on one Warframe. So we don't usually do it that way, but I think
The
this is a
booty
case
is
where we
much
had to
more
leverage some,
defined.
like really cool tech stuff with how we're going to render and generate all the
Okay,
the,
it's a nice choice for a metallic channel.
mineral, innards. And when we were designing the original sculpts, it was kind of important for us to, I think, capture some of that almost violent way that
What's with the
Warframe
jowls?
is
We just need an
torn
alt
apart
helmet, boys.
in
Same as
section,
Wisp.
kind of innards exposed and stuff.
It's
like that,
Wisp,
so-
but in reverse.
So, and also, actually, this is an opportunity for some of these new members of our team to have joined us in the past year to really kind of flex their muscles and sort of like
Double
breathe,
metallic, but
you know,
that's
fresh
okay
blood
because she's going to
into-
launch with a void
into
shell.
the way we make content. So this is, I want to shout out Frederick and Bento and Isaias. And so they've been kind of steadily working through it, problem solving. This is a bit of a collaborative process because this took some pretty creative, overcoming some creative challenges and technical challenges as far as generating the final high resolution mesh and how we're gonna handle the material. So I'm looking forward to the final polished piece. But these early looks, kind of the prototypes and early looks of it were very, very promising. This is a bit of an inside look into how the sausage gets made. So this is an exciting one. This is kind
Oh,
of
no. Her alternate helmet is
Warframe
not going to
weird
be
in all the
void
best
shelled.
ways. This is another one of those real weird ones.
Okay, shit. We might not be able to
it's
use the
kind of
void shell,
awesome,
boys.
so, yeah.
The Void Shell
We
might
also
suck
have
because
a
this helmet is
alternate
bad.
for her that will be coming.
This is so much better. Infinity better. Can I get this in Void Shell when it
The light
drops?
helmet. Maybe you can speak to it.
Yeah. Actually, speaking with Marco about it, this goes back to what I mentioned previously. With he had some sketches, and we were developing the look for the Warframe, and again, it's almost like a violent way in which parts of it are exposed, right? So I remember talking to him about capturing a bit more of that, and it felt a lot more dynamic and weird, and weird in all the best ways, right? It's so alien, and it seems like it's organic, but also, of course, it seems like
There's still a jowl thing going on, but they're not like
cracked
big
geode
fucking
look and
goofy ass.
into this collection of minerals inside. So out of all of the kind of early sketches, I think we kind of narrowed it down to this alternate helmet because it looked so different from the original, and that's how we usually do it. We kind of make sure that the alternate helmet is a really different take, and so this really.
With
was
who,
the
Rosen?
one
Who is that?
that
No one
everyone
remembers that
was.
Warframe.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's very cool. Like I said, very different from what the OG is going to be.
That's right. Yeah.
And we also have a couple animations. Now, keep in mind
As long as
that
she's good,
the
Tanager
mesh
will fix
used in
the
this
issues. It's true.
animation,
It doesn't matter.
It's
Doesn't matter
not-
if she looks
it's
good
not
if her
her,
gameplay
and it's
is
not
poo poo.
gonna come to your game, so don't get excited about
It's how
Never
the
seen
this.
this
is
made.
made.
You'll never see this.
Just
No.
accept it.
Just accept
Our
it.
animators need shapes to work with, so they make kit bashed frames to every idle animation starts like this in their respective shapes. So enjoy the cursed
Enjoy.
and beautiful and innovative animations.
So this is going to be Citrine's idle animation for when she has a
Oh.
rifle. She's, what did you say, crystal sweating
I
or
see.
something? Wiping that crystal
It's
sweat.
right from the crystal sweat.
It's
Crystal
Saren,
sweat in Warframe. TBD.
but without
I
all
don't
the
know.
Saren bits on her.
So this is going to be
It's
the rifle
uncensored
one. I think the
Saren.
next one is a bow. Yep. So we have a bow idle. Oh,
Yeah.
glamorous! Oh my
Loki
goodness.
Is slaying.
Joke.
Loki is
Slaying.
absolutely serving.
Loki, please.
What is up?
And then I think the next one is a pistol idol, where she's telling us to shush. Can we believe? What a savage. Just having none of yours.
Put it over there.
None of your
She's
stuff.
saying, stop requesting Loki female.
That's
Yeah.
Gar's model now.
Yes.
No, I'm pretty sure that's
Oh,
Saren.
So when's that coming?
Like 99%
No,
sure
it's
that
not.
that's Saren.
Right.
Well, the
Except for the
animations
helmet,
are,
of
not the
course.
mesh, okay? Not the
No, that's our
mesh.
10-year anniversary. We're giving a Loki helmet,
Yeah,
so
but-
every
Don't
Yeah.
even.
Loki can serve any look that Loki wants to as of our 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, so that is currently
Has
the
to be the
process
Gara
that we're
arms?
going
No, it's
through
definitely
with
the Saren arm.
Citrine. We're getting her, her mesh in game, working with the materials and everything, making her look fantastically geode. And then, yeah, design-wise, like you said, playtesting the abilities, making sure that she's kind of support
This isn't
frame
gonna
at
be
this
until
point,
late
maybe
February.
not. Like, kind of going back and forth.
It all kind of it goes through phases as we develop. But yeah, she's a lot
Maybe
of fun.
beginning
right
of
now. She's,
March.
very, very powerful, maybe a little too much, and then we just kind of go back and forth until she's ready to go.
Yeah, so that's currently where we're at right now, but Citrine will be coming, obviously, in Citrine's Last Wish, so that is the Warframe.
You're not going
Like
to
I
share my screenshot?
Oh, Reb
My
has a
beautiful-
screenshot, that's right, sorry.
Come on.
Sorry,
Come
Reb, she has a
on.
wide screenshot she'd like everyone to see. It's in there. It's
Come
called Citrine.
on. Come on.
It's
I
coming,
spent
it's
all-
just so wide, it can't fit.
Yeah. World's widest screenshot.
I promise you. I promise you, Dean.
She said it was February
It's
for
in there.
update.
It's
Was
in
it?
there. Reb might have added it real close to the wire.
I wouldn't do no such
She
thing.
would not. She would
I
not.
This
would
Camille
not
also was a
post what I
very
did.
seductive Loki, man.
It's like
Reb
a.
is dying to show up those wide screenshots.
I just want everyone to see Citrine. So you saw the wonderful development.
You're supposed to say it
from
would be in
the
February, yes.
modeling and all the work going into the geode innards, I believe we call those these days. The crystal innards.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah. And now I want to show you it
Technical term.
in game. She was the team got her hooked up and in before the stream, so I thought people would like to take a look at her in game. But
Oh,
I
okay.
ruined Dean's life once more, so I don't know what to do.
He's got it.
Okay, if she's
There it
if
is.
she's
There
in game
it
already,
is.
Yay!
this is cool.
Wide.
Still very early. Whips with whips.
Yep.
Just
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess as to what the story is. She preserved people in
Yeah,
crystals.
it's like not final mesh. It's
And
all
now
kind
you
of
need to
just
get them out of the
get some
crystals.
proxies in and really test the rendering of the materials and stuff. So yeah, but
Yeah.
it's looking
This
pretty good
is
already.
literally-
Yeah.
this is same day. None of this is final. I just wanted
Yeah, this is a
players
new
to get a look at her in context. So this is literally whips, but she looks so beautiful I couldn't resist. So
Wide whips, crystals, and geodes.
And you can see previews of her powers.
She wearing
There
fucking
will be
thigh highs?
floating
Of
gems
course.
around her, and there will be giant little gems.
Giant little gems.
Yeah, there are some
Giant
mag. It's
little
mostly
gems.
there's like
I
a
love
mag
giant little
deluxe vibe.
So yeah, she'll be coming, and maybe we'll sprinkle some more information about her as the days go on. 'cause
Defended
like you
people from the
said,
infestation by
this will be
crystallizing
coming
them,
in
probably.
February, so you
Or
don't have to
defended
wait
them from whatever.
too long, but there's still some days ahead, so we'll update you as we can. I think we should do another platinum prize because it's already.
Can Greg
Corpus
read it?
want the science crystals. Stop them. Yeah.
Greg, you
okay.
can
Something,
read it.
something.
No,
This
I
enemy has
please,
found a
I
way to the
insist.
crystals. The
I
crystals.
It's all you, Greg.
The pressure.
Don't screw it up, Greg.
Crazy Nat, Crazy Natsu TV. Crazy Natsu TV. I'm trying real hard
Crazy
to read
Nat. Crazy Nat.
it. Some of these names are real. You guys are real tricky out there.
Oh, I know.
You guys make me say a lot of
Somehow
weird
the
stuff,
crystals
so-
returned.
Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with
The
your
crystals
in-game
will be from
alias
Final
and
Fantasy. They
platform
are a
play
little
Warframe
Final
on, and
Fantasy.
we'll get you your 1,000 platinum Crazy Natsu TV. All right, now before we move on away from Citrine herself, you are working on a Prex card,
Yes.
but we kind of wanted to shine a light on the fact that you've worked on all of the Prex cards. So we have a little bit of the showings of the process behind your mind and how that
Yeah,
Prex card
this
works.
mind.
This mind. So we have some roughs here.
Geo, you look inside.
Crack it open.
Crack it up.
Yes, so.
What have I missed? They should have
this
new
is
frame.
kinda
No
how I
powers or anything though.
Start the Prex process.
Protea just
Prexus?
fucking.
Nope.
Oh,
And this is
crickets.
Protea, by the way. This isn't.
Protea.
We're gonna
So,
get to.
Yeah, we're just gonna show a few of the ones. And so.
So what happened to
how I
Rebecca?
usually
She's just
start,
at home.
kinda sketch out some ideas, try and
He's
get
Utico
the
currently.
attitude of the Warframe.
Has it been 40 minutes?
is
Oh,
one we
fucking,
have
are you kidding?
We have not released this Titania one, but perhaps you will find a place some way somehow. But you were saying that these are some of your favorite ones that you've done.
Yeah, I think also they just did a good example of kind of some of them had a lot more sketches, so I wanted to show as many as possible, and then some I got two of them pretty quick. But yeah, so this is
Number 3 is the best one, right?
Titania, and then
Like
I think the
reading
next
top
one
left to bottom
is,
right, that third Titania one is the best one.
Really using that hoop, eh?
yeah, it's a good element. I think a design element to play in there. So, and I think we went with the second one. But yeah, so that's kind of how I.
Going with the
it's funny,
second
everyone
one here,
called it
not
different
5?
things,
What is happening?
Sorry, I picked the second one. But these were back when Jeff was still on the project. That that guy, Jeff guy.
Tall guy.
Yeah, the muscle
Loser.
or two.
Yeah.
Yeah, boo. And him and I would go back and forth, kind of playing with some of the poses. and
6
stuff.
is
And
also
then,
quite good.
From this stage,
5 and 6 are the ones
I
here.
start tightening him up and. start
Okay, yeah,
doing the moves
Titania.
and stuff.
This is a
Get
good
the
choice
line
for
art down.
Protea. That was the choice I would have made for Titania.
Usually
Oh,
by
they
then
did do.
there's
Wait,
like a
what?
model
Why are we
of
zoomed in on that one? Did they
model.
actually
You
choose
saw
5?
Some of the citrine stuff. Sorry. Yeah, citrine stuff.
Wait, no.
I think it's Stalactus.
Sorry,
Yeah,
yes.
that's right. Anyway,
Oh, they
so
did
and then
choose-
I
okay,
lay
no,
in
they
the
chose all
kinda
the right
just
ones.
basic
Okay, never mind.
colors and start thinking about.
Titania is definitely as far and away the best here.
just Any tweaks at this stage?
Titania's
like blasting
Prex
the
going
fixes,
very
and
hard on
try
this
to get all
one.
the details too. Like, I get a little crazy, I think, and I think you're gonna see the next shots. I get right in there, and I don't know how high res your
The
TV
lines.
is, but the
You guys,
the rendering
stop.
takes me forever.
If you
'cause I'm-
sexualize Protea, people are going to play her too much, and then I'm going to lose my favorite
I think it
Warframe.
gives it a nice texture to it. And my take on kind of the Art Nouveau approach, like the Alphonse Mucha, I think that's how you say it, like the Art Nouveau styles of those kind of card art, poster art that he did back in the 20s. Anyway,
It's
so
too late.
yeah, kind of, and then so this is kind of the final of all three of them. So, and then
We have some whip of.
well, no, there's another one that's kind of somewhat. So as you
Yeah,
can see,
you
they've
deviants,
kind of been
just-
changing. I've added more dark.
Yo.
Kind of tried to play with some.
Yeah,
of the
Seven Goths is
contrast more.
good.
The glowing on the
To
Stynax
punch.
one,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was wild. I remember seeing that one. I was like,
Who's this guy in the middle?
Yeah, some of that stuff works. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to achieve, but I have a lot of fun. I'm super blessed and thankful to be that they let me do these because, yeah, I have a great time doing them. So, and they still want more. So I'm like, okay. So this is so to go from there to this rough stuff. So this is a really, really, really rough. I just whipped this up yesterday, quick.
Wait, is she
so-
doing the shush?
So yeah,
The
the
shush
shush, and I might put a weapon in her hand, but I'm not sure yet. I will.
doesn't need it. You already nailed it,
What
my
a
guy.
great segue you're about to do.
That was a great segue.
What a great
Well done.
segue. Did you know?
No, I did not.
So yeah, she's going to be coming with a Prex card. She's not going to have a Lavirian, but the Prex card we are going to put in with OTAC. So if you're interested in getting yourself her Prex card, OTAC will be the one to go to for that. An incredible job.
Oh, thanks
Those are really
guys.
cool.
Appreciate it, everyone.
Love it. Love it.
The
Ben.
Prex cards are
Thank
sweet.
you.
When do we get the ability to
do
just
more.
get a deck of the Prex cards? At what point is that? Like once all
alright.
52,
As you alluded
like
to,
once the first
as we
52
alluded to,
frames
there are
have
some
Prex
weapons
cards,
coming
they
in
should sell a
this
deck of
update.
52 of the Prex
And I'm
cards,
gonna
right?
do my
Right, everybody?
best in the world to show it in its.
Can I give a little context? Are you gonna do melee or shotgun first?
What would you like?
I want to talk. Let's do
If they
shotgun.
don't, I'm going to
and
be
then we'll
mad.
talk
I spoke it
melee.
into existence, and
All
now
right,
it's
let's
not
do
real.
shotgun. I'm going into the simulacrum, so we're gonna go to the ballroom because we're what? Classy.
Okay.
You just talking to yourself.
Making
I
sure
know,
it doesn't happen. Thanks,
okay.
brother.
I
Not a
know.
problem. But also, please do that.
Yeah,
Please
she-
do that.
She will be coming. Citrine will have 2 signature weapons. She is going to have a shotgun, the Stealthlos, which is going to be pack
This
quite
is
a
cool.
punch, wouldn't you say?
What is that?
What do you mean? What do you know? You're an artist.
It's like a little flower,
so
Based off the Lotus Pod.
but it shoots bullets.
Yeah, internal name Lotus
Oh, it's a
Pod,
Lotus
as you can
Pod.
see.
Okay, well,
Very
I nailed it.
pod-like. But yeah, this one, as you can see in the description, energy projectile bursts forth from the Stephlos and grows as it rushes towards enemies. I'll show it off. Duration increases when it hits an enemy.
Oh, is that
and
innate heat, baby? Ooh,
being her signature
innate
weapon, it's
heat
projectile
status weapon with a little
Do you
bit
want
of
to play this
crit.
one first, Reb?
Yeah. And then we'll talk about the core.
That'll probably be
Totally.
Todd Euler.
All right,
Is it
Reb,
goated
pick
with the
enemy. What do you
sauce?
feel like?
Yeah, butcher. Give me a Kuva butcher.
You want a butcher?
A butcher?
Teacher.
All right.
A butcher? A Kuva?
Unmodded,
Yeah,
level
How many you want?
400.
this one. End their miserable life.
Well,
Oh, no, I need like 10.
the
Okay,
whole point of
10.
the weapon is to hit.
I need like 10. What do you want the
Ma-
level, Reb, huh?
Be a
55.
solid. I don't know. Did you mod the Stephlos or
She's
not?
got a couple mods.
Right. Toss. Give me 80.
100. 80. Okay, respectable choice.
She's got 80.
Holy shit, this is the
Rank
highest level we've
silver.
maybe ever seen in a
Oh,
dev
brain
stream.
dead.
I have no
One brain cell mode.
One
Does it shoot bees?
Oh,
Not.
I
not.
can do that.
It
It kind of
shoot
does.
bees. Can we get a change? Can we
They
shoot
are
bees?
butchers, though.
No, it's not going to shoot bees. So what you're going to notice, and what kind of the description is alluding to, is that your first shot is essentially going to have a little bit of a shorter range. But
It's a
as
catch
you
moon?
hit enemies, that projectile is going to basically gain life and grow and grow. So what you're going to notice is I'm going to shoot my first enemy, and it kind of hits that second one a little bit and the third, but as I keep hitting them, it's going to go farther and farther and farther. So
It's
you're
a
going to want to
catch
try and
moon.
obviously group enemies up as much as you can, and this projectile is going to grow as you hit your enemies.
Damn.
It's a catch moon womp.
And these are my
Tactics,
custom
Amy.
colors. This isn't the actual colors of the weapons.
Thank God.
Megan made a choice today.
I mean, thank God for your colors, of course.
Thank
And the
you,
choice
thank
was
you.
violence.
So really like to, so as you can
Yeah,
see,
this
it's
weapon's gonna be
keep
really good.
on going back there as I'm hitting these enemies. So, oh, he died.
What's
Yeah.
this
So
buff
you'll
you
be
got?
able to get the Stephlos in the new game mode or from OTOC using the Citrine vendor there. So this will be a brand new shotgun for all you Hell's Chamber enjoyers.
Oh God, that guy went flying. All right, so that's one of them.
Okay, I need to calm down for the melee.
All right, calm down. Reb.
Since the dawn of time, man has yearned to wield the power of the sun. No. The Korufel is very, 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 very beautiful. In
Oh.
the Angels of the
It's this
Zariman
weapon
update,
type.
we added a two-handed scythe grip weapon, and we have, over
I
the
sleep.
course of the years, we've made content, for Arcwing. We have Arcwing Melee, but then we realized that we had potential to do a second two-handed scythe weapon with a twist. So I am very, very happy that we were able to make the two-handed scythe last year with the Hespar, and now we have a two-handed scythe once more. But
If only the
because
Hespar was good.
this is Warframe, the heavy attack in particular is just explosive. So you'll
Oh,
use
maybe
your
there's a reason to use this
normal,
weapon.
two-handed scythe melee attacks. But Megan, I don't know if you can do a heavy attack.
Shall we pick a victim?
Pick a victim. Anyone will
wants it?
do.
How about this?
What is
this
Guild Wars
Joker?
Dawn stance? I don't think that's
think
new. I'm
about
pretty
him.
sure that's just a normal
Yeah, get
stance.
him.
Look here.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a gun.
Okay.
pretty
It
cool.
transforms
Oh, hello, everyone.
into a gun blade and
I
does
see.
a projectile attack on heavy. So if you hit
So
your,
it's a
heavy
Redeemer
attack
that's a
button,
giant
it
scythe?
transforms into a gun blade.
Okay, you have
And
my
the
attention.
whole scythe is
I love
animated
that
and
animation.
rigged. Yeah, it's rigged to collapse into a gun blade, and they did this custom animation for it so that it can transform for that
Crescent
attack.
Rose.
I screamed and was so excited that we were able to do this. And so it's
Oh,
a two-handed
you
scythe.
can shoot
swing it
multiple
around, and then when
times.
you
How
want
much
to
can you
unload
shoot?
The heavy attack. It turns
How
into,
much can you
the most
shoot?
incredible. Yeah.
The
yeah,
damage does
it's
not look
just,
very
so
good.
that'll be Citrine's signature melee weapon. This is the core Ufel, and it's coming in February.
Joker.
You're having too much fun.
And classic, if you double it, you can double tap.
That's pretty rad. I like that.
So much
Yep.
drama with the swing and
That has potential. I wonder if the stats are going to
Yeah.
be dog shit.
So those are the two new weapons. It's coming with
Ooh,
Citrine.
super cool.
Delicious. Delicious.
It just 2 is good enough,
Yeah.
though. If it's a Redeemer, that's going to be
All right.
probably really good.
I think what's on everyone's mind.
Probably not modded correctly. It
What
probably
the
may be
hell was
one
that
mod on
blueprint
it.
in
But
that
if it's just pressure
announcement?
point, there's probably a lot to be done there.
Well, if you measure the codpiece
Talking to
curve
ourselves.
and you
Right.
compare the codpiece to Rhino's codpiece, you can actually, using cyber codpiece technology, you can collapse the codpiece measurements to deduce none other than it being a Rhino Deluxe skin.
None other. All right, Dean, back to my screen, if you shall.
Oh, that's wild.
We have the Rhino
This is a cool skin.
Death
Rhino improvements?
Watch skin. Now, I should have prefaced this. If you don't like bugs, I'm sorry. Very buggy vibes.
This is
and I
very
don't.
cool.
I mean that.
This goes
visually.
super hard,
Sorry.
and I will
I'm
use
gonna get
this.
clipped.
But
Unframed.
please give Rhino a little touch up. I love how he's using the little gun.
He's a bug. He is a beetle. We are going to show some concept
Now
art.
this
We'll
is a
talk about
big
that in
bad
second,
Beetleborg.
but, this is him. He also has deluxe animations as well. So that was one of them. Him being, or I'll get out of the arsenal here. This is one of his, I believe. This is his noble. So you can see him, and these are his.
This looks
obviously,
fucking
true
sweet.
Colors. The wings, these little buggy wings, are actually going to be in the auxiliary slot. So if you're not into the wings, you can take those off or put them on. Ooh, oh my goodness, he's flying around. I can't even look at him. And then as well, we
I
have.
love how the material came together with like the iridescence and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
has a little bit of like, I don't know, like almost like a scaly pattern to it.
Yeah, he looks cool as fuck.
That's great.
But what about Rhino
There's so many
improvements? Because
little
he's really
extra
fallen off and is
arms.
just worse
Sorry,
than a lot of
Just stay
other
in the
options.
Arsenal, Meg. Just stay.
Sorry?
It'll do the idols in the arsenal if you just stay.
And I
there.
really
You
wish,
can get full
I
screen.
wish for Rhino to be A rank again.
Yeah, he's incredible. The art team killed it with the materials and the texture work. Yeah, and the concept, of course.
And I thought he was hilarious as a bug with a tiny pistol.
And he's got little claw hands. Look at this.
He's a tiny real life pistol.
He's got these little
Beetle
grabbers.
on a mission.
Double O Beetle.
Double
okay.
beetle.
Yeah,
And then, of course, if you were curious,
extremely
he also
cool
looks
looking
great in
skin.
my colors.
Oh, this actually does look
What?
great.
Were you wondering?
Where did
Well,
the cat go?
that's not that bad, actually.
You can see I took the wings off here so you can see him.
Oh, the wings are
Hit
optional.
random.
Okay.
Also, the iridescent almost any color.
It almost saves
will
it,
work,
yeah.
right?
It's Megan proof.
Good done.
I'm insulted, but
That's
also
good.
flattered.
That's good. One of
So
those.
thank you.
One of those for that.
So he'll be coming in Citrine's Last Wish, but we, like I said, we do have a couple concepts to show kind of the process of
And then Rhino isn't worth
where
the helmet.
this
What are you talking
even
about?
came
You put him in the
about
helmet.
From the mind of our artists.
Ha.
Dino, yeah.
Came from
I want
that
the little
team.
hands to do his reload. Bruh.
He joined the team a couple years ago, and
Oh, was this
he's
originally like a
working on
Nidus
this
concept?
in 2021 already. He was doing some.
Or is this just like
sketches and so
three
these are some
potential?
early
Man, I like
looks
this.
at
This
it,
one with the hole in the
and,
chest is pretty hardcore.
I really like the exploration he did on all this. This is really cool. He really got into it, and yeah, and then you start seeing the color passes. He's an amazing artist. His color passes are always so cool to look at. So, and then you can see the bottom right. That was the one that got check marked.
Yeah, top right with like the hole in the
and then
chest
I
is
think
sick.
the next one is yeah, the final art, and then his weapon.
Are those his tiny little arms?
Yeah.
Tiny little arms.
And then yeah, then the turnaround. So
There
yeah,
he is.
yeah, I think it's turned out great. Vadim did a great job, and the modeling team, everybody on that side, they did an amazing job.
And
Oh
you're
yeah,
saying
Iron
that
Skin could be the fungus
he's
stuff.
been kind of like, chipping away at it
Yeah,
for a while
yep,
now.
yeah. We're sometimes in between tasks, we have some time, and I'm always encouraging the team to play with as many deluxe skins as possible.
That's cool.
Because they're a lot of fun, right? So especially you see your idea make it to the,
Yeah.
to the game.
Yeah.
If you're
Have it
between
look like
things, just
great.
work on that fucking dope ass shit
I
you
think
want to be in
what's
the game.
I love about
What a
deluxe
good way to
skins
have
is
that.
We kind of
If you finish a
experiment
deluxe skin, we'll put it in.
really obscure with Rhino not being a bug, but now he a bug. So it's
Yeah.
like you can go different ways. Like Nidus Frike is probably one of the craziest deluxe skins, I
Correct.
think, in terms of going just like super far out from what he is. So if you're into bugs, hey, I mean, sorry. Anyways,
Yeah, they're really wild, and I think that's really it is very cool. That,
Yeah.
I mean, even the one you designed with Boban and the steampunk. one.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
That's,
Yep.
that's like
That was a lot of fun too. Yeah, that was that.
pretty far from the fiction, but deluxes allow us that
Yep.
flexibility to explore and have fun.
Yeah, we got a lot of cool ones in the pipe.
Yeah, zero Rhino changes mentioned.
Maybe you'll see them.
Which
maybe
beetle is
you'll see 'em.
Rhino? Probably the rhinoceros
it.
beetle.
one thing also coming in Citrine's Last Wish is another Void Shell skin, Dean. Back to my gameplay, if you will. We have the Ember Void Shell skin.
Oh look,
coming in
it's
hot,
regular
and she
Ember
has
skin and not
I
the
don't know,
Prime.
what's
The
that?
problem with the void shells
Coming in
continues.
hot. Yeah.
Coming in, oh, I didn't. I mean, yes, I meant that.
Oh, my
I'm so smart.
goodness.
Can I pronounce this? No. The Fenarius bark will be her void shell material. It's basically.
Her looks great. I mean, yeah, like regular Ember's design is pretty
inspired,
good, but I'm just sad that
obviously,
this
she's
doesn't
a
work with primes.
Fire goddess herself. So this is going to be her void shell skin with her material structure. You can get with Citrine's Last Wish.
Actually, if I can add a little bit to
Please.
Rhino
do.
Deluxe, explain. You said it was the Deems one of the
I need you to, everyone, real quick, look at
Warframe
Ember's feet and then just
Marlon-
think about a wet slapping
Marlon,
sound.
because he
Because that's what her
took it away
goofy
a bit
ass
actually
feet every
a
time.
while
It's
as
just some
well. This
slappers.
was kind of on the back burner until we kind of had capacity to make it
Just the
properly
fucking
happen,
duck
and
feet
then
on the
we
ground.
go
Just
back and
whop, whop,
like
whop.
Pablo mentioned, we really took a look and added, and it was already in a really good state. But then we started to leveraging some of the extra rendering stuff that was added into the our shaders to get that really sort of like color shifting look, kind of like commercial automotive.
Oh, I
paint
can't
sort of
hear
look.
it.
So and playing a bit more with our shader to get a bit of that like blended carapace look with the patterning. So I think it came out great. Again, I think it's one of the earliest things Marlon worked on when he joined our team. So I think it was. I hope this is really fun for him to finally see it come to life.
It looks fucking
in,
badass.
all the best
What a
ways.
difference.
Oh, it's called
but-
Death Watch. The other
here we
helmet
go.
on this is very hilarious.
Megan's back.
That's
Sorry.
really
Not
funny.
Proof.
No, I want to show.
Yo,
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
So I think
Oh,
that
Blue Boy.
that
That's
effect
funny.
really lends itself well to that really
Yeah, it looks so sharp.
to that look. So I think it looks awesome.
this is
I
great.
think it came out really, really good. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's great. Right
Should I
there.
stop right there? Is that what
Yeah.
you're telling me?
Yep.
Stop.
There you go.
Just
So-
kidding. I
Yes,
got more. Oh, God.
No.
Okay, here we go.
So just
Maybe it's
like-
Still looks
maybe
fine.
proof after
It's
all.
good.
Right, all right. All in,
Boy.
the Citrine's Last Wish update has a new frame, it has a new game mode, it has Rhino Deluxe, it has 2 new weapons, it also has more quality of life and some other design and gameplay things.
Let's get into this.
I
Love
don't know.
this.
Oh, what else we
Whoa,
got?
you're spoiling. But she's too early.
Drifter Visage Link?
Utico, you're too
Oh,
early.
you could just Drifter like appearance link. That's
Spoiled
cool.
down
something
the flap
that's
again.
coming for drifters. A little drifter cosmetic, if you will. So obviously, working on Duviri, it's a very drifter-centered update, but we wanted to
Was
give
Gaia
you
in
a
there?
little
Okay.
something in Citrine's Last Wish, and that would be what we're calling Visage Ink. And if you
Grips,
know what
thank you for
that
50
means,
bits. Much appreciated.
face tats.
Oh,
Yes,
Visage
the art team were
Ink.
able to
not Visage
we wanted to
Link.
do a new area for players to customize their drifters.
Oh.
As we're working on some content to give drifters more cosmetics.
I
This
misunderstood.
itself as a new system felt like a little bit of a no-brainer because you can really push the way your drifter looks with these essentially Visage inks. A lot of them will be completely movable, scalable. Some of them won't, some of them will, but you can go pretty wild
Yeah, this is
with
pretty good.
making your drifter your own.
Very cool. believe Liger did these.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
I think that, yeah, there's a lot of the team were able to push these to get them different faction style designs, just straight up aesthetic designs, and yeah, they're incredible.
They are incredible. So those will be coming in Citrine's Last Wish as well.
Yeah. Children are not allowed to get tattoos in Warframe, so
Drifters only.
drifters only.
Yeah, drifters are just,
all right.
operators
Couple
are just
other things that are
horribly
coming
void
in
scarred.
Citrine's Last Wish
No
are
tattoos.
some augments and
Horrible
some
void scars only.
arcanes.
True. Yeah, we have 4. Are you gonna go through?
I could,
No, you want.
if you want.
Sure.
We've got 4 augments.
4 augments.
Okay.
Garuda, Gyre, Revenant, Ureli.
Oh, that, we delay that one? Okay, never mind.
Whoa, it's not coming yet. Ureli. Yeah, so for Garuda we have for her Shattered Lash, a Shattered Storm augment. And that, do you want me to go into the specifics?
Yes.
Please do.
When Garuda breaks her Mass Vitrify ring with a Shadow, or Gara, sorry. Gara?
Yeah,
Gara, sorry. When Gara
was
breaks her
confused
Mass,
by
I was like, wait, that's wrong. Breaks her Mass Vitrify ring with Shattered Lash. Enemies struck by the glass suffer Splinter Swarm at a % strength.
Yeah, we're also gonna make a base change.
That's so
to
good.
Yara with this.
Oh, no.
Basically, right now is different. Like you create your little glass with a 4, and then you hit it with your 1, and it's different if you hit it from inside or from outside. So we're actually flipping that, so it now always works like if you hit it from outside, which if you're familiar with Gara, you know that that's more convenient. So we're changing it with that, and that synergizes better with.
Okay.
And then for Gyre, for her Cathode Grace, a shock releases when Gyre eliminates an enemy while Cathode Grace is active. The shock has a % strength from Rotor Swell, and its duration extends by the same amount.
Yeah, just basically trying to do some synergy between the two there.
What did they say for
And for
Gyre?
Revenant, for his Mesmer Skin, Revenant receives a % strength, Mesmer Skin strength, and nearby allies are granted Mesmer Skin stacks.
Yeah, so kind of.
Fucking what?
This one honestly is the one that we were a little bit scared about, just because obviously the Mesmer stack are so powerful, because you're essentially not only negating the damage, but also recently, I guess it's almost 6 months now or something, we buffed it to give like a second of invulnerability after, and also CCs the enemies that attack. So actually sharing that with the rest of your team is kind of scary. We're still tweaking the percentages and not. And also it has like it's not only support, because we know often augments that are support only don't really work out as well. This one also
True.
has a bit of a greedy side, which is it also increases the power strength just for that ability. So
Yeah, if it has enough power strength on it, it'll probably see
Yep.
play,
And then
even if
finally
people don't care
for
about the support
Ureli,
aspect.
For her Marilena, enemies affected by sea snares, heal
Eh,
Marilena for
useless.
a % of their health. Upon healing, you'll gain reload speed and fire rate on secondary weapons for a duration.
yeah, so this one also comes with a base change to Jareli, which is basically Merlina absorbs, right now on live, it absorbs 75% of damage that you take goes to Merlina. We're changing that, well, I don't want to lie, but I'm pretty sure we changed it to 90% now. So it's now 90%, that's base, without the augment. And then the augment on top of that now makes it so you can basically synergize with your bubbles to basically keep on healing it so you don't have to recast it.
We love bubble synergy here. I like it. So those
Yeah,
are the 4
90% DR
augments
early
that are
then.
coming. And then we also have 4 arcanes, perhaps a 5th one, TBD. But we're going to have a primary arcane, a secondary arcane, and 2 Warframe arcanes. So look forward to those. I don't know if
And
you
those
want
will also be in the mission and in Otak's store, so you can
Yes.
go either way.
me- either way. So now we can go to that Citrine
Okay,
slide.
2
Sorry,
Warframe,
Dean.
1 secondary, 1
Just to
primary.
recap what
Just
we
reading all this in my
there's a
notes.
lot of what we've talked about in terms of so far. Citrine's Last Wish coming February 2023, very soon. New Warframe,
Missed what they said for the
Gyre
Gyre augment.
defense mission with a little bit of a twist. Mission drops and vendor acquisition with OTOC, and then the Heart of Deimos being the prerequisite to access that node. There's a new gun scythe, the Corafel, the new shotgun Stephalos. Both of those are signatures for Citrine. She has an alternate helmet. She will be coming with accessories as well. Stay tuned on those. An Ember Void Shell skin, 4 new arcanes, new Warframe augments, Rhino Deluxe, and some Drifter Visage ink. So those are just kind of some nice, beautiful, fun things. We also have some quality of life stuff coming in Citrine's Last Wish. One of them being Tau Forged Archon shards.
Hey.
Yeah.
We-
I'm actually
anytime
I
here.
was earlier reading the chat and I was not seeing anyone talk about Tau Forge. I was like, isn't this what they asked
Is it
for?
what they want?
Yeah.
Yes, but we all
so
just
Tau
figured it
Forge,
would happen,
we're
please.
changing, actually, you can see it there.
Yeah.
So,
Dinio, do you mind holding my screen?
oh, right, you cannot see it there.
That's
I
okay.
take it
Now they can see it.
So in there you can see 20% for Tau Forge, which is how it works on library now. We're basically adding what is essentially amounts to a pity system. So if
Okay.
you don't get it 1 week, the next week it will actually be 20% higher, so it'll be
Oh,
40%.
okay.
And the next week it'll be 60%, so on and so forth.
Okay,
The
so
math
you
basically
will get it
averages
every 5 at
for,
the very
you
least.
will get about
That's nice.
twice as many arcane
Okay.
shards. So basically it goes from 20 all the way to 40% if you don't get it in 1 week. Then it goes 60, 80, and obviously 100. And I can't wait for all the screenshots I'm gonna get for like, I got all the way to 100 before it dropped.
Yeah, but like at least, so yeah, the problem we were having is that, and the community pointed out, was someone could, in theory, never get one. Just
Hopefully
bad
this is
luck.
additional
So this is the
per
highly requested
each shard.
pity system, which is coming in Citrine's Last Wish.
And it's important to keep in mind that this is individual. So if you go
Individual.
into a public Archon hunt and you have 100% and someone else has 20,
Oh, you know, no.
your 100% doesn't affect
It's
the
not
other
individual
people.
like that.
They have their own individual.
Is it
Archon
individual
pity
per
system,
shard?
if you will. So it's for yourself, and you'll be able to see here in the UI where you're at. If you forget, you miss a week, you're like, what percent am I at?
If I have a
You can check out the
40%
UI
chance, I'm
right
straight up
here, and
not
it'll tell
doing
you,
Blue Week.
what probability you have for your
I will
Archon
legitimately
being
stop
Tauforged.
doing blues.
And then as well, we have some
If it's
new
not
tech
individual per
coming
shard
in
type, I
Citrine's
will
Last
completely
Wish.
stop doing
One of them
blues.
being a change to open world
I
lighting.
will do 0
Now,
more
if I may
blues.
speak in- if I may speak in terms of coder technology lingo, we've improved encoding of
Technology lingo.
material data in the enhanced renderer that makes
blues in the
reflections
20%
intensity
weeks? Yeah, I
match the
guess.
lighting environment better. We do have a little reference image
Oh my
here.
God, Steve, when did
I was
you
just
talk?
gonna. Where's
Yeah.
Steve here somewhere?
I am wearing pink shorts, pants technically.
Is it just incentivize
so this-
soloing them? No, solo
Sorry,
and,
go ahead, Brett.
and group
No, you go
doesn't
ahead.
change anything.
Oh, this is Duviri. Keep that in mind. Here we have, if you look at the shadows and how the sun is
some nice
bouncing
lighting
off
changing.
of these caves, and obviously the before and after, you'll see a much more clear,
But he blues up to
brighter
40%
version of
weeks,
the
no shot.
after.
That's
The
almost a coin
shadows
flip.
aren't so dense, and you can really kind of see that detail of the cave. Reb, I don't know
Hopefully
what
they
you
do
were
it in the
about to say.
smart way where all the shards are
Well, what happened
individual.
was,
and then I'll wanna do it every
in
week.
Duviri, because it's our 4th open world, they were pushing how to make it look as beautiful as possible. And since the dawn of time, our open worlds have used monochrome lighting, and we were able to get the color of the actual content that was being lit bounced around better.
If you
so that
squint, you can see Steve hiding behind
and
that
this is one of those
thing.
things that it came for Duviri, and then obviously the graphics team and the lighting team and our team were like, wow, every open world would look so much better if we had color in the lighting that was going around the environment. So we did, and now all the old open worlds will just look better because of the lighting details that we added to
Definitely
Duviri.
after stream, if the question's not answered, I'm
Hopefully not
gonna
too much,
at
but you can
Pablo
see
on
that
Twitter and be
the
like,
actual sand
"Hey, yo."
color, the pigments, the tints seem
Is
to
it
appear in
per
the
shard?
shadows a lot more naturally than the before picture.
There you go. So that'll be coming in Citrine's Last Wish. And then another tech-related change is what we're calling cloth smoothing tech. But to be even more hype about it, this actually also fixes a jitter issue on cloth. So Syndana is
interesting.
very popular.
This is actually nice.
But
This is
if
a cosmetic
we
upgrade.
compare the before and after, there's just a little bit of,
Are you guys ready for some really hilarious physics
or
bugs though before they get hot
crease
fixed?
or a little jagged edge in what would preferably be a nice smooth Syndana. So while this is
It's
a
gonna launch,
standard
there's gonna be
image of the
hilarious bugs
Syndana,
with
you
it, and then
can
it's gonna
see
get fixed,
before
and it's
and
gonna be
after
great.
How it's smoothing
That's
out.
the
It's a
exact way I
nice,
see this
more
going.
rounded shape of how a Syndana should be, with movement of it is also changing in terms of it being more of a cloth-like movement instead of it being a little bit jittery with how it works right now. So we're fixing the jitter,
God dang it,
which is
Bobby.
great.
More flow.
More flow.
Yeah, there's actually 2 fixes there. There's just straight up vertex smoothing, and the jitter is how the cloth was frame over frame. It was jittering. So there's 2 fixes there. And
2 fixes.
yeah, there's the actual appearance of vertexes
You know, it's
on the
not per
cloths,
shard, so
and
don't
then
get your
there's
hopes
the
up.
actual jitter itself. Which
I mean, if
both
that just
of
means I
them
get to skip
have
weeks.
been, improved, because why not?
Because why not? And then another quality of life thing that is changing is cold status effects.
Hey, yo.
Cold status, yeah. So, you know, the
Cool.
bless you.
Old
And so obviously throughout time, we have a lot of different statuses, and players, you guys value them at different rates, but cold has always been one of the lower ones, especially if you compare, like it gives like, I think at base is it 40%? I think
25.
It's 25%. So 25% for one stack, which you don't really feel it right away. It's not really something that you notice as much, especially if you compare it with something like
anything
the
else.
proc that you get from fire, where they immediately start swinging their arms, or from bolt, which is like absolute immediate CC. So anyways, we're increasing the value. So now instead of 25, I think the base is what now?
50.
50 at base, and the cap, which before ended up
100.
at 70, now ends at 85.
Yeah. And the max stacks from 10 to 8, so it's a little bit of a change.
Yeah, so basically, because we're pushing the bottom and we're kind of pushing the top, but we're making it take less stacks to get to the top. So hopefully with that, it'll make kind of the cold proc on its own a little more valuable, a little more felt when you're actually freezing someone.
It probably will not.
Very good. And then we
At
have
all,
just,
in
again,
any way.
a little slide to sum up the quality of life things that are coming in this update. Dino's got it
This
on
will likely
lock.
be
Again,
specifically better
Tau-forged Archon,
for my free-to-play
probability
through whenever I
changes.
only
You'll
have
see
a
that
cold
right
mod
away.
for the Mark 1 bow.
Signed in a smoothing, plus the jitter, two for one. The open world skylight changes that we showed, and then the cold status effect changes as well. So that is kind of a longer version. I went over an hour. I'm sorry. I did it again. I'm bad at that. So we have some quality of life, and then obviously all of the
For us
bigger
going from D+
things,
to D+.
Citrine, mission, all that
To
stuff.
play Dead Space
coming in
Remake
Citrine
today
slash
or
Wish.
at all. I definitely am going to be playing it, at
And
least some.
that's-
I don't know if we're going to play the whole game.
What do you mean? Oh, no.
Let's do it again. Start from the start.
All right, that means I'm only 2 minutes over. Let's do a platinum prize, shall we? Very good. And also keep in mind that this update, Citrine's Last Wish, is a mainline update. So there's a lot of fixes
The
in
remake is
there
apparently
over
amazing for Dead
time,
Space.
that we needed a code build to do and cert build to do. So this will be a mainline update that will fix a lot of code required issues. 1,000 platinum. Who is it, Eric? You get to go.
Yoru.
Oh, very good. Is that what you're going with?
I like it.
Okay. Ryu.
Okay.
Had a good jitter to it.
Very good. Okay. Congratulations, you won 1,000 platinum. Please whisper the Warframe Twitch channel you're watching right now with your in-game
Rowan
millions.
calls its opportunity goes not worth modding into weapons or anything. You would want to use it on has stat caps or is
All right.
immune.
And then before we go, I just
Alternatively,
wanted to do a little update.
It's not worth using
on
because the opportunity
mobile
cost is
and
that the
across
other
the
things you can
save
put on
because
do
we kind of
damage.
ended the year with crossplays here for everyone. We also have a mobile beta that's happening right now. And if you were just kind of curious of what our next steps are for
They have
those
added some
things
stuff
for
for the mobile
mobile,
beta.
we're actually at our max capacity of iOS closed beta users. So appreciate everyone that signed up for that and is participating in that. We're going to be looking to get more spots in there if you were unable to get yourself a spot. And we're planning on doing another invite wave. And we're going to be running this iOS closed beta for a couple more months, probably throughout the spring. We're going to be adding things here and there, additional planets, maybe some quests into that mobile build. So if you were looking to expand your gameplay on that, we will be working on that and adding to it. We'll be updating, of course, the forums and everything that we have for there if you want to check that out, if you are a iOS user. And then for crossplay, cross-save, obviously the next step is cross-save. That's what our goal is. We are avidly working on that for 2023. We don't have too much to share on it because we're trying to, get it all to work functionally. We are working on VoIP as well, and of course, internally we're trying to solve some issues or just things that we haven't been able to do with crossplay in terms of clan tech, what trading is going to look like, all that things we are considering and we are, looking into from a tech perspective for cross-save. So you just have to kind of stay tuned for more information on that. As we develop it, we'll let you know.
cross-save
most
definitely not.
likely,
That's- yeah,
we'll let you
been at
know on
least
dev
10
streams. That's usually where we give you that kind of information. So you have to stay tuned for that. But when we give you more information, it'll be here.
Indeed. Yeah,
Awesome.
that's a kickoff to the year. We're focusing on Zviri, cross save, We got mobile coming. Citrine's Last Wish comes in February, so you'll get it soon. So you'll have something to play very, very, very soon. And Duviri, you will get a full experience deep dive at the February dev stream, where we're going to walk you through our 4th open world and the way in which Warframe is being recontextualized for players to enjoy, which is very
It's
exciting.
going to be weird. Speaking of weird, let's do a Brew Prime Access giveaway.
This is mine.
He didn't do anything, except for I still haven't got him in game yet. I'm trying really hard. Brew Prime Access, coming at you. Lucky Twitch viewer. Who is it?
Bucky88.
Pucky88. Hopefully you're a Leafs fan. Please
Or
whisper the
turns out
Warframe
hopefully the
Twitch
weeks
channel you're
between the
watching
red
right
ones
now.
in the
Your in-game
future.
aliens
Hopefully they're
platform to play
individualized.
Warframe
I'm gonna
on,
ask
and
Pablo
you'll
about
get
that
your
directly after the
Brew
stream.
Prime Access, and maybe in the next dev stream, you'll learn about the next Prime.
It's a secret still.
Don't say anything.
Secret Prime.
Did I miss any assets, Dean?
All right,
I
I'm just going to
finally
open up
didn't
Twitter and
miss
start
any?
writing this tweet.
Even though I gave you like 20? All right. We did it.
We did it. Then we should probably do like a.
We should do like a.
Can we connect across?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, Utico. We need Utico. Get reps.
Boom.
Wait.
Wrong angle.
All right. Thank you very much for watching
Nailed it.
DevStream 167. Greg, thanks for being here.
Thanks so much, everyone.
Eric, thanks for
No
being here.
problem.
Thank
Pablo,
you.
thank you for being here.
Pleasure resolution.
Rev,
Always.
thanks for being here. Stop
Yeah, oh,
it.
it zoomed in. I like
Wow,
zoomed
you
in,
look
Reb.
great. And Chad,
Okay,
thank you.
terrifying.
Thank you for being here for our first dev stream back. Like Reb mentioned, our February dev stream is going to be our big Duviri dev stream. We're also going to have more information about 10-year anniversary, what that's going to look like, some exciting things that you can expect, Reb, for 2023. So please stay tuned for that. And then between, in February, you're going to get Citrine's Last Wish. So you're going to see more of this Warframe. You're going to experience that defense mission with a twist. Buggy Rhino, I mean that aesthetically. It's going to be a great time. So thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you.
And thanks for the Codpiece
Chad.
Detectives for all your hard work.
Yes,
we couldn't
bless
be
you
here
out there.
without you.
All right, have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll see you later.
Happy
Bye.
New Year's again.
The tweet sent. I have immediately sent the tweet. Yeah, I mean, my initial instinct with this was that it was a Rhino skin, but I was not like entirely counting out the people that were like, it's a new frame. I was like, that's possible, right? Like from this, like I look at this and I'm like, these are Rhino's hands, but like, and also it's a Rhino. It's like a fucking Rhino beetle, a big fucking horn. But like, if this had been a new frame, I would not have been that surprised. Seeing the new frame is Sheeny good. We saw no abilities, but she looks pretty neat in her alternate helmet. That you DM for Geyer stuff. Oh! Thank you. I do appreciate Zach. Okay, cool. Also, chat, if you would like to go drive the algorithm, here you go. Here's the link to the tweet in chat. We're on here instantly at the start of the event. We don't have anything. What are you talking about? You know, Apex, you're right about that. There's room of Warframe and drops. Yeah, drops will be over now. Also here, I'm going to unmute alerts. Red, Psycho, Matt Irish, thank you all very much for the resubs, as well as UE94, doing numbers, Capelia, Just Nox, Bat Knight, Schattenkrieger, Tachi as well, and Kestrel's Pranked, Unk, and Azazel, and I think that's everybody. Thank you all very much for the subs and resubs. You post a notification on the Discord when Pablo answers. Sorry to bother. Well, ideally, in an ideal circumstance, I will know before my dev stream breakdown. So there's that. I mean, ideally, we would know like now. But yeah, so that's like my big. I'm gonna start like getting my notes together. So one second, start converting all the notes into Obsidian. Dev stream 167. All right. Here we go. We can start getting stuff together now. Bump all those out.
Smash.
Okay. Very delayed deep dive stream February. Trains last wish got new Warframe Citrine. She's a support frame. Heavy slash gun scythe shotgun. What's the best way to describe this? Plasmor style? I think saying Plasmor style is probably very fair.
Bird up.
Welcome to the worst show on television. A big catch moon. I think Plasmor style is a bit more in line. Ah, yes, well done. Thank you very much, Just. Well done. Put support in quotes. And, oh yeah, true. There. Plasmor and Phantasma combined, maybe, but we don't have. Yeah, it's not final on that stuff. What stats do you think they'll lean to with the Corufel? Oh, the Corufel's the name of the shotgun, right? Or is that the heavy scythe?
I'm the trash.
Where we got the names of them, I should put those in. The scythe is the Corufel? Okay. This is the Stelphos. Yeah, so the hopeful thing that we get with the Corufel is ideally that it's just a Redeemer that's also a cool scythe. That is like my literal only hope. I just hope it's a Redeemer that's a cool scythe. Because that would probably be very fun. If it's a status weapon, it's probably not going to be very good. Oh, sure, Stropha Scythe. The Stropha and the Redeemer are very similar. I just want its heavy attack to actually be, like, good and damage. Like, I want it to be able to, like, kill disruption targets. Like, that is what I am looking for that weapon. Yeah, well, so, Goats, you have to remember they probably had no heavy attack speed on it. So that was probably quite, yeah. Like, yeah, the wind-up seemed real long. But if you do a heavy attack with no wind-up heavy attack speed, it's slow on every weapon, right? Yeah, we can put wind up and attack speed on. Yeah, that part's not. If it hits like a fucking truck, but you need to spend 2 slots on heavy attack wind up, that's okay. Not a problem. I'm okay with that. I will do that. And as I'd have enough time before the dev stream to step away, only to notice I missed the entire thing and the drops. Also, hi, new to Warframe. Oh, welcome, Bertassi. I was hoping for a deluxe for Gauss or Grendel. And Grendel already has like a semi-deluxe. I think Gauss will go in soon. Is Rita more interested in the new light and cape tech? No, not at all. That's definitely super rad. Okay, let's see here. Where should I put this information? Probably underneath variant game mode. Actually, underneath OTAC makes sense. Dogments are also going to be here. New augments. I do have the information on Gyres. Thank you, Zach, for sending that to me. I really appreciate that. Ooh, I have a Twitter notification. Oh, please. I would love information on this. Oh, no, just other people replying. Thank you. I appreciate it, everybody. Because I'm Drifter face paint tattoos by official Warframe artist like Zuko. Okay. Just. Cross save still work in progress. Yeah, that's actually that's at the bottom down here. This is my cross save note. Needs another S and a dash though. Okay, now I know. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it in the video. It's a little confusing to explain just in general. Most people don't even know how this ability works at all. But stay with me. Also, it's okay, this is the thing I actually really want to mention. This Gara 4, if this puts it on allies and refreshes on allies, Gara is going to be really fucking crazy. Because if it does ally refresh and it puts it on all enemies and it puts it on all allies, that's like actually super nuts. Like that will be really interesting and cool. And how Gara works, I watched a great video by some dude on YouTube named ProSime. Thank you, Insomniac. Definitely one of the best augments in recent times. Absolutely. When cross trade, I mean, probably after cross save or with it. Ain't no way it'll do that. I mean, that's what they said it does. Yeah, this Revenant augment also probably gonna, like, people will at least mess with it. Like, absolute minimum people will mess with it. Also worth noting, so reading what cathode current is going to do for Gyre, if this is stacking, bonus strength. So this is when Gyre eliminates an enemy while Cathode Grace is active. This could actually be the thing that makes Gyre work. Like if this adds enough number and it stacks with no cap, it might actually make it so that Gyre works again. Because whenever Gyre worked, she was great, super fun, and then they had to like nerf her because of performance concerns and crashing concerns, which is fair. But this could be the thing that fixes her to actually work. With that being said, that means this shouldn't be an augment. But still. Because like that's the same thing that we got with Ureli. Ureli's previous augment like created a playstyle that Ureli should probably just have by default anyway. What's that? No, I haven't yet. So I'll do a double check. I know she's rough since they nerfed her. Not that she's not playable. Her suitability was to kill everything before it could touch her. Yeah, exactly. It'd be better if it was at least an Exilus augment. Well, okay, this is my thing, is that the baseline functionality of a Warframe needs to be good, and then augments need to augment that. The augments should not, like, create a build. They should not create the first build. Does that make sense? Like Embers 1? Yeah, like the one of, like, basically every elemental frame. Good augment example. Oh man, the best augments are like, let's see here. Gauss's 1 augment is a good example. That one's really good. And then Mesa's 4 augment. Specifically though, that one is an Exilus augment, which is, there's a difference between making an augment that goes in a normal slot and an augment that goes into a Exilus slot. But that one's excellently designed. Yeah, Wisp's 1, also that's an Exilus 1. Yeah, Zephyr's Dive Bomb augment, absolutely 100%. Catapult on Grendel, absolutely another Exilus one, notably. Titania's 4 augment, definitely. Yeah, like Chromatic Blade, yep, also a good one, absolutely. Yeah, Avara 3, yep. No, there's plenty of examples of good augments. Like, the thing is the Warframe needs to be good. And then the augments need to be like, hey, we're going to change this up and see if you'll build a different way to go around this. And that's what makes the augments interesting, and they have to earn their slot. Whenever you have an augment make the Warframe work, the problem that you end up with is that you have to run that augment now. Like, they're essentially, yes, this is the thing that makes the Warframe worth playing at all. And now it's a Warframe that only has 7 mod slots. Right? Like, that's really rough. I'd like an augment slot to be a separate thing, like class mods in Borderlands. Okay, the problem, like, adding an augment slot does not fix anything. Like, if you add an augment slot, the Warframes with good augments get better. And the Warframes that need an augment to survive get better. And then the Warframes with no good augments are just like, okay, here's a slot that's useless to me. Like, the augments need to be good enough to earn a slot. Like, that's the whole thing. Or, alternatively, it needs to not be a slot at all, and it just be a separate thing where you can put an augment on every ability, if you choose to. Like the ability menu, the other option is to have the ability menu also be where you would install augments, and every ability can have 1 augment at a time. Like that is like the other option, basically. Because then you're like, the augments don't have to fight for a slot, and they don't cost you any mod points. And like, then yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would. I don't know if augments would be in a better position or a worse position, because then it's just, is augment good or bad? Well, it's not even as granular as that. It's, is augment better than nothing? Is like step one, and you're not even comparing an augment with another thing until there's two that can go in that same slot. Yeah, there's like a million ways to do that, but like realistically, I don't think they should add an augment slot. If they made it so you could put as many augments in, like one augment per ability, and just it was free, you said to earn it through syndicates, I think that would be good, probably. It would certainly make a couple different Warframes much better. It should cost a bit of capacity at least, and then can be formed too. No. Augments in shard slots? No. What? That's horrible. Augments in shard slot? Do you know how hard? Bruh. No shot. It's so difficult. Like, almost, like, such a small percentage of augments can beat plus 15% parkour speed. There is a very small amount of augments that can beat a regular yellow shard. Like, unironically, like it's a very limited amount. Also worth thinking for the resub. I don't know why did that not sound? Oh, I think I fixed it now. Also, many of the augments lose out to a normal blue shard. Well, oof. I'm sure it's actually that cracked, because I've got a few and they're okay. Yeah, no, they're cracked. They're super cracked. They are, like, insane. They let you hit thresholds, and, like, they make frames a lot better. Orioles has been too much speed.
Welcome to the
Worm,
club.
thank you for the prime. Much appreciate it. Yeah, there's a few different ways that you could go about messing with, like, the way augments are installed that I think are interesting. Also, a very fun thing... also, Zatch, thank you for the resub. A very fun thing about if you changed it so that augments could be freely put into the ability that they're for, and you only had one slot, you could actually kind of change the way that you make augments, and you could make augments that don't need to earn a slot at all. Like, explicitly, they're not for that, where, like, you can just put goofy effects in them, right? Like, things that are objectively not good. Like, they're basically, like, a joke augment. And that would be a thing that people would probably really have fun with. I thought the dev stream was tonight. Any big takeaways? Gonna have to watch the VOD. Duviri, big delay. We have a new frame and a new game mode remix coming with some new weapons and stuff and things like that. Lots of quality of life updates, too. They select the incarnate upgrade path options. It wouldn't really give, I mean, kind of, I guess. Here, I'm gonna just, like, open Warframe and show you what I mean. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, we got another Lewis Prey coming. It sounds like a lot of quality of life stuff is good, though. The Tau Forge stuff, I'm really hoping it's individualized. I'm looking at my Twitter again. Also, thank you for everyone for, like, the likes on the Twitter post. I do appreciate it. The signal boosting is much appreciated. Imagine freeing up 2 mod slots on Rhino because he doesn't need the augment slots. Yeah, Rhino would probably be the frame that would be most into that. Okay. We have Barrows here. Oh, hey! Thank you. Much appreciated, community team. I got access to the Stardate stuff a little early. Nice. We're just so messy solution to force players to play to not hit pity. Well, it depends. It could be perfectly great if it's individual per shard. If it's not individual per shard, then that becomes a problem. Okay, so here's the thing I mean that like as a potential thing they could do with augments, this menu, the menu that just shows your abilities and then also your passive. The thing that they could do is they could give you over pillage and over shooting gallery, shatter shield, and peacemaker and so on. You basically would have just a little icon above it. That's an augment slot, right? Like you just have like a little node here. Click it, and then you get to choose if there's more than one augment, and you just put the augment in. So you'd earn the augments or under, sure, whatever. Move this up, put it under, whatever. Doesn't matter. But like if they wanted to change augments that and like make it so that you could more easily equip them, that would probably be the thing that I would do. Like if I had to, that would be the thing I would do. My first option would be make the augments worth slotting into a build, which is my preferred. But if they wanted to shift direction and be like, we want to make joke augments and we want to put goofy things in the game and like do some weird stuff. Like for example, for like, I don't know, look Mesa's augments. Mesa does not have a lot of goofy that you could add to her. Whatever. There's any number of different joke things you could do with like other warframes. But like making it so that you could install an augment in every ability would be good. Oh yeah, finger guns removes peacemakers or something like that, sure. But clicking on the abilities on the mod screen so it keeps all together just for UX design. Sure, yeah. I mean, like you could have it be from this menu or also from this menu. I mean, this menu is getting reworked anyway, so it could be a part of that where like, yeah, just clicking these from here. Also, that would be valid. Also, just having it be both would be good. That would be super solid. But yeah, if you were going to move augments and like you wanted to expand like the usability of augments for people and like make more augments worth it, the thing that you would do would probably be to make it so you install it kind of directly into the ability as opposed to it being in your build at all. With the reworking the mod screen, yeah, the rework to the upgrade menu has been like in progress. We haven't seen anything in a while, but that's been in progress for a long time. Yeah, Peacemaker augment regulators on her heels. Yeah, make Mesa do a Bayonetta, right? Like that's like, hey, here's a goofy thing for fun. Put it in like the Peculiar Bloom font, or the Peculiar Bloom style. Here, one second, for people who literally have never seen that. Oh, is it on Warframes? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, you could have like those augments be in this border so people know that they're joke augments. That would also be a great way to reuse this really cool border on these super failed mods. Also, that would give you a great opportunity to convert these into passive augments.
It's free real estate. We chilling about to do the sacrifice quest with Protea thanks to your build refresh PogChamp.
Hell yeah. Pyro, thank you very much for the resub. Much appreciated. Glad it's helped. But yeah, like Peculiar Audience Growth and Bloom, convert these into passive augments that can go on any Warframe. Then you have like then people would actually probably use some of these for fun. Yeah, that's all just like theoretical things that you could do if you were looking on changing that system. Anyway, back to getting these notes all sorted and everything. Okay, citrus last almost be peculiar as if they were an aura mod. Nah. Auras are insanely good. Auras are one of the best mods you can put in a frame. But at the very end of March. I sure hope so, but I don't think so. Say you were sortying them. Sorry, Warframe dad jokes. Very nice. my brain. There we go. Okay, so everything here. The augments, quality of life changes. I'm actually gonna put this inside of variant game mode. Yeah. There we go. That's like more comprehensive of what's going to be an OTEX shop that we know of. So that's probably better. Oh yeah, whoops. Thank you. Appreciate that, Extant. 10-year anniversary. I mean, we didn't get any information on what's in the 10-year anniversary. Like we know that it's happening. Marchon. Yeah, like we know that like it's happening, but not anything else. Dex frame. Did they say we're getting another Dex frame? No note for Rhino Deluxe. Oh, I'm gonna put that in with its image. Well, I guess it should also be a note here. And space for the image there. Let's go grab assets. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, also. He really needs to focus on the higher level depth bonds. Gold set is still bad. Should have a secondary bonus like heat proc, maybe bonus crit stats like frost augment. Yep. Turns out the damage types that let us do more damage are the good ones. Can you guys imagine why? It seems obvious when I say it like that, right? Like when I say it like that, it seems really obvious. Oh yeah, Frost gets more CC now. Amazing. Gold needs to freeze and shatter the enemies and do AoE damage or scale crit damage. It could do any number of things. Being cool damage to make enemies brittle and take more damage from crits. Sure. Yep. I mean that is a very common suggestion, and that is an absolutely reasonable way to go with it. Blast damage needs to be actually be AoE damage on proc. Can you imagine? Imagine how good blast damage would be if it was that. When are you gonna have solo cold? I mean, you could mod it onto a gun, like really easily. Anything of significance happened for Frost? No, not at all. Blast Fenmore would go hard. Oh yeah, make the no, probably maybe a little. No, probably not. Because you couldn't. You remember you could not make it a blast heat Fenmore, and that would be not great. So you'd have to be like blast toxin. Gravity Drift is getting facial hair, still being worked on. Are you gonna go over the 2022 stats? Yes, I am. You can actually take a look at those if there's anything crazy. I don't think much is like honestly in terms of these stats, not a ton has changed. What's it? Dark mode? Oh, is there no dark mode on this page? Alright, chat. Warning, flashbang.
The best number.
There's no dark mode on this page. Idiots, thank you for the 42-month resub. Much appreciated. Flashbang. Alright. Let's look at some stats. So, overall, 2022. We got Wukong, Wisp, Excal, Volt Prime, Saren Prime, Mesa Prime. Everybody stop. Stop. Excal, Umbra, Octavia Prime. Octavia Prime? Octavia Prime this high up? Huh?
Discombobulate.
The community is learning. Interesting. Let me see that heat map. First of all, let's look at Wukong's heat map first and foremost. Oh baby. Woo! That's a fuck. Hey, people are learning. Oh, people are learning about Zaku. Look at this. The people, they're learning. Altus goes to Master Rank 32 now. Oh shit, wait, is this just me? Wait a minute, this could actually be just me. Nah, it's me too, that's fair. Yeah, everybody shh about Zaku. Wukong is now used 1% less. We did it, boys. We did it. I do think that more time needs to pass before there's really solid data on if Wukong is still a problem. It could just be the new skin coping. What about Protea? Oh, I don't know if my heart can take it. Whoops. Here we are. We're safe. Safe. Boys, we're safe. Protea is safe. Less than 2% used across the board. That's A-okay. Very safe. The Revenant heat map is a little interesting. How much do you guys think this is going to change? That Revenant heat map is a little interesting. It's real hot right at MR 32. I feel like MR 32 is so interesting because MR 32 at this point is the point at which you will choose the thing that you want or should be using. Because MR31 players are sleeping on Revenant. The MR31 players are playing whatever they need to get to MR32. Like, I'm going to keep it 100% real. If you got to MR30 and then you got to Legendary 1, you're like, well, if I'm at Legendary 1, I might as well go to Legendary 2. Also, there's a huge motivation to get the fuck out of MR31 because this is a bronze rank. Because like I'm gonna be once I hit MR32 or 33, that's a gold rank, and I'm gonna hang out in MR33 until MR36 is available. Because the gold ranks are the nice looking ranks. Like MR30 is a really like dope gold rank, and MR33 is going to be as well. You'll have to ignore that pulsing icon for years. That's all right. This one doesn't have post 30 yet. They still have mastery tests. They do. But MR34 gives you one more loadout slot. Oh no. Wait, there's an MR33. It's not available. You can't get there yet. Oh yeah, Octavia heat map though.
Bros MR32
Huh.
probably also has the newest rank data, as most people were probably achieving it fairly recently. Also, where do
that's
I
true.
fit this assignment in for Dire?
That's probably, you know, Leprin, you're actually super right about that. MR32 has like the lowest population in it, so it can be shifted the easiest in all likelihood. Also, thank you for the 100 bits. Titania's map, we'll look at that in a second. This Octavia map is super interesting because it actually... So what this is showing, so this is like, these are the populated MRs. Like these are high population MRs. 9 through about 15 are super, super high population, and she's seeing a lot of play there, which is interesting. Because we know, based on older data, the thing was that MR 9 through 11 were the highest concentration of active players. This is where like the biggest part of the player base basically sits in terms of their MR. And that's pretty old data. So we know that that's likely to be a little higher now. So it's probably like 10 through 13 is the highest range. So these are super, super high population that are using Octavia quite a bit. And then it peters off a whole lot up here, which is interesting. Because I think that the reason it peters off up here is because this is where people get strong enough to like not need to use Octavia, and you can justify
Make
not
sure to
using
compare
Octavia because she's
Titania
annoying.
usage on PC versus console. It's very funny.
Titania usage on PC versus console. It's very funny. Okay, we'll look at that. What the hell is shit I'm hearing about a Zorus to Glaive Prime pipeline? Oh yeah, okay, wait. We're gonna take a break from the frames. We're gonna go melee weapons. We're gonna go look
What
at the Zorus. Here's
Prime
the
data is
Zorus.
telling me is that people probably just didn't know how to use the scanner, or didn't want to do the side quest, and that might have been the bigger barrier to entry for Octavia.
That's maybe possible, Leprin. Also, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, so we have the Zorus, which is a 10%, 23, 21, 19, 16, 16, 13, 11, and then like at Master Rank 12, we go down to 9, and so on and so forth, right? So it starts to peter down at 12, and it goes really fucking hard at MR4 and 5, and this is by far the best thing new players can be using, so this super high usage makes tons of sense. Now we're going to go look at Glaive Prime. Where are you, Glaive Prime? I should just be using Control F. Glaive Prime has super low usage up until, oh, it's this weird, MR12. And then it slowly goes all the way up to 11% at MR32. It is the direct Zorus to Glaive Prime pipeline. Like, people are being directly converted from the Zorus to the Glaive Prime. Yeah, there's a little bit of normal Glaive, but very small amounts. The Zorus users said, Bunkai. I feel attacked. You should not feel attacked. This is what we are getting here are the people acting logically. Acting logically, if you get the Zorus and you go, oh, this is the sauce, you're going to go, what's better than this? And someone's going to go, the Glaive Prime. And then what is your goal? It's this. This is your fucking goal. And now this is pod racing. I don't use glaives because I don't like how they feel to use. Yeah, no, that's fair. And confirm, use the Zorus, saw that it fucked, then asked the Discord what the best glaive was. There it is! What's up with the Furax Wraith? Is this just people using it for its weird mod stat stick thing? That has to be what this is. There's no other reason. Yeah, the amalgam. Yeah, it must just be weird stat stick stuff. Yeah, people really, literally are not doing that unless they're MR. You know what it is? No one's gonna go get the Furex fucking Wraith unless they're MR30, and then they're gonna be like, oh, this has a use.
While we're on Glaves, it's fucking hilarious that Reb said people love Infinite Combo when mentioning the Zorus.
Yeah.
First, no, and you shouldn't have nerfed that. Second, WHO.
Yeah. Yeah, the Infinite Combo is not the reason the Zorus is a really good weapon. That is not the reason at all. The Praetos Shmoov gang, though? Praetos. Oh, damn. Wow, that's actually quite high usage on the Praetos. That's quite high. There we go. Big numbers now. Use the Praetos for the sprint and parkour boost only. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's what everyone else is using it for, too. Let's look at Master Ranks combined once again for melee weapons. Yeah, everything else in here is, like, pretty normal, right? Yeah, there's like a bunch of Nikanas. Like, this is, like, you know what's actually kind of odd? The Reaper Prime is much lower than I would think. Like, I would think that the Reaper Prime would be, like, grouped up here, like, around Guandao, Cronin. Oh, wait, you know what? Has the Reaper Prime not seen a rerun? Yeah, is it just been vaulted for ages? Because that would probably do it. Okay, that might be the reason for that. What's with Broken War? All the weapons people are just given for free see tons of usage no matter what. Like, you just get this at the end of Second Dream, and people just use the shit out of it. They just never unequip it. Yeah, Broken War is also, like, a totally reasonable sword. But yeah, the amount of people who will do Second Dream and then just be like, I swing at the sword, is, like, super. Yeah, same exact thing with the Skia. The Skia is way more reasonable, though. Of note, like, Nikanas are way better than single swords right now. And that's also why you see, like, the Skia, the Nikana, the fucking Sepfon, which you better fucking believe is in its Nikana configuration. Like, that's, like, that people like katanas. I don't know if you know that. So, like, that's what's going on there. Like, Heat Sword, another thing everybody gets for free. It just builds for mastery, basically, but still. Imagine if the Sepfon is for the staff version. No shot. No shot. I mean, like, that version's not that bad. Vastalock's pretty high for a hard-to-get weapon. Well, remember, a lot of people got the Vastalock for free. Like, the Vastalock was originally, what was that, TennoCon? Everyone got it, and it is pretty good. So that's a consideration. Also, I think, isn't the Vastalock the meta armor stripper for Eidolons? Because that would also contribute to this. It is? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, that also contributes here. That also definitely does a bit for the usage. Zaw sitting down at 0%. Well, so this is like on the list, but all of the individual Zaw parts are listed individually. So Sepfon has its own usage separate from the other like fronts. So Zaw is at 0%, but it's actually all of those combined. What's the least used weapon? Skana Prime, and then the Dark Split Sword, apparently. And I don't even remember what the Kreska is. What is that? Bad Glaive? No, that's the Kestrel. It's like an ice pick. The Kestrel's the boomerang. It's the Corpus Scythe? The Grigori?
Welcome to the club, buddy.
I fucking do not remember the... Hold on. Oh, this fucking thing! This fucking thing! This absolute piece of shit! There it is. Alright, hold on. I fucking forgot that existed. And I mean, so did everyone else. It is what it is. And then let's look at least used warframes, but obviously combining. Also dropping Excal Prime. So Atlas is at the very bottom, but where's Atlas Prime? Because you have to combine. Atlas Prime up here at 0.45. That's 0.45. Trinity, and then Trinity Prime. Oh, Trinity Prime. Is that an increase in usage, actually? Oh, no, it's a decrease. Even less Trinity being used. I thought it was an increase. Be nice if you can combine regulars and primes. Yeah, I would really like that. Trinity still has like a good chunk though. Equinox. Okay, well, what's the lowest prime besides Baruch? Obviously, we're not going to count new primes here. Nyx Prime at 0.3. Woof. Nyx is the least used frame in the game. Woof. Because every other frame down here has a prime. Be Hydroid, but it's not. Actually, wait, is it Hydroid? Hydroid's 0.12. So it's 0.47 instead of... Okay, they're basically the same. It's 0.46 versus 0.47 total usage. That's a Hydroid, and Nyx is used 0.01% less than Hydroid. Yeah, well, okay, so you gotta... For Caliban, you have to remember that Caliban was brand new at the end of 2021. So you got to get all the people leveling Caliban and all that type of shit. That's going to factor into this. I suspect this will go down, like, probably by, like, half. Like, if Caliban sees no changes at all, I would not be surprised to see Caliban drop all the way to, like, probably like regular Oberon tier usage next year and be the least used by like a colossal margin. Oh shit, wait, Grendel's way down here? Oh damn, no wonder he got changes. Holy shit. He's the least used frame. I thought all these had a prime already. Oh damn. Yeah, he sucks really hard to get. Yeah, I mean, hey, I guess this really explains the Grendel rework. Oh, man. His quest is a total ass. What about Ashe? Oh, Ashe sees, like, very consistent play, actually. Yeah, Ashe is at, like, 1.3, and then... Oh, whoops, I typed in Prime. And then regular... well, regular Ashe is, like, an impossible to get, but, like, yeah, this is, like, totally healthy. 1.3 is very healthy. Like, he's, like... Yeah, this is, yeah, totally. Any frame that's in, like, the 1 to 2% range is generally going to be, like, in a very healthy position in terms of, like, their usage, right? Oh, look at the Latum. Yeah, the Latum is doing some stuff. The Latum is, this one's doing numbers. What's the heat map look like on that, I wonder? Ooh. Ooh. Man. Yeah, that's... They nerfed the Latum once. And it's in a great position. That weapon is awesome and perfect, and they should not change it anymore. It is a great example of a weapon that is perfectly balanced. So, DE, I'll remind you that this is the reason that this numbers is so high is because the Latum is one of the few secondary weapons that's good enough. It's not that it's too good, it's that it's good enough. Please remember. Also, it's super fun and is like a really healthy gameplay cycle. Yeah, Kuva Nukors continues to this continues to do numbers. This continues to very heavily do numbers. Also interesting to note here, people start really getting access to the Kuva Nukor around MR8, which really makes a lot of sense. Like this right here, legitimately, because the Kuva Nukor is so popular and everyone will suggest it to new players, this legitimately exactly shows where players get to whenever they start being like, how do I kill a Lich? What do I do? Right? Like, this is exactly where people start figuring it out. Like, MR7 a little bit, and then way more at MR8 and such. And then MR1 player get it. These are probably just, like, grandfather players. What's going on with the Kunai at Mark II? I mean, Kunai are, like, a really just, like, early thing that you just get. It's just an early weapon. Like you're gonna notice some of those things. Like people will just like build it. Like here you go. Here's like the Ak Vasto at rank 0. Like 1% of players. Like that's like people just building the fucking or just having the Atho die and they've like never played basically and shit like that. Yeah, regular Lex. That's another one. What's the top secondary? Top secondary. Is Kuva Nukor still by a very large margin, which should not be surprising. Although, you know what's interesting is I have actually been using the Kuva Nukor way, way less. Like, in most of my loadouts at current, I do not use the Kuva Nukor. Like, I'll use it on some frames, mostly as like a nullifier popper, but I am way more commonly bringing the Latum and the Spore Lacer. The Epitaph is way up here, but the Epitaph is a fucking fantastic new... What's the Epitaph heat map look like? That's what I want to know. Because that's like a really good new player weapon that becomes a tool. Yeah, oh wow. This is actually much higher than expected. Yeah, because like up here you're getting the usage from people who are like, I'm doing priming with this. And like in here though, it's just like, I guess there's maybe some amount of people doing priming in here, but like at a lot of these ranks, especially like the 2% and stuff, it's just a good weapon. Nell has to just be Eidolon Hunters. Potentially. Is Zychron not seeing more love? Because people don't want to do Sisters, and they already have a new core. Team Mushroom. I am on Team Mushroom. Yeah, the Spore Lacer is super sick. I'm actually curious on the heat map for the Spore Lacer. Chat, I think our free-to-play through is going to turn this number around. This not applicable? I think we can turn that one right around. What up, babe? What? Can we talk about this later? Okay. I don't want to be sad right now. Chat, for those of you that know, that table that we got, it's apparently, she was just starting to unbox it, and apparently it's fucked up, so now we're going to have to go through this whole fucking big bullshit again. It's going to be... Okay. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great time. How many MR0s are on Deimos? Sarah says me. I honestly might want to do this on the free-to-play through just because this says NA. Like, NA means none, bud. How do you get it before 0? You don't need to be ranked in anything in order to build a Zaw. Yeah, not applicable, as in none. But these ones that will have some number in them, like the stubba, this says 0, right? Like it's rounded down to 0, but there's somebody that has a stubba at MR1. Like NA means actually actively 0. But you needed some MR to unlock Demo, so I got no clue. I don't think so. I was confused with Kunaya. It says MR2 NA. Oh, wait, really? Man. It's MR1 NA. People drop that shit. Fucking nosedive.